Look at the type of socks I got on today. It's the type of shit I'm on.
What is it?
I had to pause for a second because I was dumbfounded. I was looking at Nike Elite socks. And I think this is the intro to the episode.
I got my Nike Elites on today.
I think you should switch to his solo cam. And I think we should show people your Nike Elite socks.
Say less.
It's the type of shit you're
I
on
can't really
today.
show him like the back of it. It's a weird angle, but look,
He looks
I got
like
I swear to God. Yeah, I know. Freak ass podcast. What? Never in my life have I ever been able to do that. Come behind my ear.
Mo
But I
has
got
on
Elites
Nike
on.
Elite socks. He's getting back to the childhood feeling of wearing Elite socks in middle school.
I might tie dye him later today.
Wow. And that's very fitting because today, as you see, episode 200, we are here to recap everything that's happened in the 200 episodes of the show's existence. How are we going to do that? How are we going to talk about everything that's built up to 200 whole episodes? You guys listen to us yap. We're going to do a Q&A. We asked you guys on a community post to give us your best questions that you guys want to hear from us about the show, its origin, us as people, our hobbies, our thoughts, everything you might want to know, we're going to talk about today.
Hell yeah.
Starting with Mo's love for Nike Elite socks.
Mo, you about to pull up with Roshi's next pod?
Nah, I actually never had Roshi's. Never.
Me too, man.
I don't know why.
I missed out, man. Prime Roshi's?
I know.
I had many.
You did?
Several colors. I say many, probably like 2 or 3, but several colors.
I didn't have any.
I had bright baby blue ones, like teal.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think I had black, and I think I had like a burnt orange one.
You had it as a kid.
That
man.
guy.
That was deep in the
That
Roshi.
guy.
You had it, man.
You ever had custom ones? The custom ones were crazy.
Oh,
on
you like
Instagram.
dye them and stuff because they're fabric?
The rose ones? Ooh.
Oh my God.
No, I never had custom ones. But I wouldn't have been above it if I was older.
Yeah.
8th grade, I wasn't getting custom shoes. Oh no, I wasn't like that in 8th grade.
The craziest pair of shoes that I ever had was probably a pair of foam posits. I got a pair of like a $220 foam posits when I was like in 8th or 9th grade. And that day was so crazy because my dad's so diabolical. He got me foam posits. And then that same day, he found out that I was like flushing my report card down the toilet. He was like, so you got a 43 in math and you have brand new foam posits. It was so crazy, bro.
Is he diabolical or are you just dumb for flushing?
Nah, he's
Why down the
diabolical 'cause
toilet of all the places to dispose of it?
Bro, just throw it away at school.
Why would you buy me new shoes? The most expensive shoes at that time too.
Because he thought you were passing.
And then also,
Because you're a good son.
no, but he already knew that I was hiding my grades. And then he brought it up right when I got it. So like at this peak moment of happiness, he was like, yeah, buddy, we got you. It was sad.
Yeah, we'll get into your other crazy.
Did he take
mischief.
him away?
No. He let me rock him.
He just rubbed it
with
in your
shame.
face?
Yeah. It's crazy.
We'll get into more of your childhood mischief you did, like flushing paper on the toilet like an idiot when you were in the 8th grade. With that being said, let's go cue the intro music and get into your best questions for us. We're throwing it back.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
He was bragging. I don't need this shit anymore.
The cranium is crazy. Oh my God. Crown eaters rejoice.
All right, let's get right into this. I think I have over 40 questions from people
Damn.
that they asked in the comments. There was like 1,300 comments. So I really had to sift through. Pick the ones that I thought I saw a lot of times that kind of encapsulated the tone of the comments. Didn't get all of them because sometimes they were like, Mo, what's your favorite time to get cracked or something like that. They're crazy.
I bet it had like 1,000 likes.
First one. Oh, where's it go? Where's my mouse? I lost it. Okay. What is the story behind TE3? How did you decide you wanted to start this pod? And what's the story behind the name? How to do this one up front? Because that's always the question people always ask is how did this story begin? How did we all meet each other? Why did we decide to do a show? Because I think we talk about it like every 50 episodes. There's always new people that come
Facts. We
in.
do, literally.
So we've told the story a bunch of times, but felt right that we go ahead and give the new audience this story one more time. Story behind TU3. Me and Donovan went to college together. We're both journalism students. Me and Mo worked together. We both worked at House of Highlights. He was an intern while I was a content strategist there. I was doing solo content by myself on TikTok and working for House of Highlights. So I was in charge of a lot of like short form strategy and like building our YouTube channels. And at some point I decided that based on everything I knew and everything I was doing at my job, it made sense to stop doing my solo content and make a podcast. So naturally went to Donovan, my college friend. We did it for 4 weeks making short form content. And I'd already met Mo from working at House of Highlights. He had started there like 2 months prior. And I thought, let's do a third person. Mo's perfect. Let's bring him in for one time, see if it sticks. I knew it'd stick. And then have him do it full time. And he did. And we ended up doing that for a while. And yeah, that's a short story.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much cut and dry at that point in time. When did we start? Was it like August? Or
July
was it
2022.
I don't know why my mind always think it's August.
You started in
That's crazy.
August.
Okay.
The show started. The channel first got its first short form content up on July 2022.
Oh yeah, what was the original channel name? It was like Two Man Game or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was two-man game at first because there's two of us.
yeah.
And then you joined and changed it to Deep 3.
How do we come up with that name again? don't remember that shit.
I'm terrible at naming things, and I was like, okay, there's 3 of us.
The
Now what?
deep
Yeah.
three. We're mad deep.
Oh, I remember.
We're mad deep.
We're trying to come up with like a hard ass abbreviation
We're
or some
deep as
stupid
fuck.
shit. Yeah, we're like TD3 sounds so fucking hard, bro. Sounds like a
We're
goddamn
so
artillery.
The depth. We're like onions. We have layers.
Yeah,
No, I'm just terrible at naming things. That's my one creative Achilles heel. I can't name shit.
I think this is my fault. If I remember correctly, I think this is my fault right here. Why we're called the TD3?
You like the acronym T3. You're talking about the
Yeah.
acronym. That was a you thing. You were like, we gotta have a cool acronym,
Yeah.
like AMP. We gotta have a cool acronym.
I don't know why the fuck I
It does have to be 3 letters. I also had that theory, dog. I'm
Really?
like, it gotta be 3. Now, did we figure it out? No.
So yeah, it was really a name that we sat down for a long time trying to figure out, and I was like, eventually, like, fuck it, Deep 3 it is. I guess that's
Yeah.
fine. I don't care. It's okay. It's not. It doesn't. I don't love it, but it's not bad at all. So we'll go with it.
To give even more depth into the story too, I remember initially when you asked me to join, I was like, nah, too much on my plate, can't do it, because it was my senior year of college. I was like, yeah, I already do my own. I've been doing my own content. And on top of that, too, I have this PA job at House of Highlights, doing whatever the fuck I do there, and then now I'm over here asked to like do this whole show. I don't know. This is a lot on my hands, and and then after I like gave you a good firm no, you sent me like a Bible as to why I should do it, and I was like, all right, bro, whatever.
Bible.
Yeah.
See, the problem is you didn't give me a good firm no. You gave me the softest no ever. And then I was like, listen here, man, do this fucking pod. Here's why. The PA job, dude, get the fuck out of here. You just started your internship. I did the internship last year. I promise you it'll be okay if you do this. Yeah. And you're like, I have my solo content. I'm on another show. I'm like, bro, do all of it. I don't give a fuck. Just do the show. I promise you it'll work. And I had to be like, just listen to me, please. Like,
Cause you were on another pod at the time too, right? Or no?
Yeah, we'll Rusty Buckets.
yeah. And I was like, just do both. I do not care. I'm like, I promise you the time to do both.
Yeah, man.
And eventually he listened. But yeah, I definitely had to be like, please, for love of
you
God, listen to me.
You gave him an inch to just be like, come on, bro. Like, watch it.
Like the reasons I was like, bro, I get why it sounds good to you. You're not going to be in school forever. You're not going to be an intern forever. I promise you'll have time. I have the same job you're going to get after your internship. I promise you I have time. Like, just listen to me and do it.
Yeah, man. Crazy time.
That's how I knew Mo from the beginning. His solo channel, Mojo 99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
One of the OGs. RIP.
Yeah. that's
Not
just-
bringing it back up.
I'm gonna make a new channel in the future.
Okay.
Yeah. That shit.
That's good. That's good. Those opening, like the first couple times that we were recording, those sessions were so, like looking back on it now, so quick. Because because we started just doing short form content and we weren't doing like a full pod until like 3 months after. So we were only recording for like 35, 40 minutes, getting everything together. And then anytime we were posting, everyone's like, where's the full show? Where's the full show? Free game. But like after that, like we slowly like kept going. And then like one day we looked up and it was like, damn, we recorded for 3 hours. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And now like every episode is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which is
Like,
ridiculous.
and
but it's cool.
people
though.
ask about that in the comments too. They asked like, when did you start making it a full show? One of the comments on the post about the questions for the Q&A was like, when did it go from a parody of a podcast to a podcast?
Well, what do you mean parody?
Because we weren't posting a show, it was just a shorts. I'm like, it was never a parody of a podcast. It was like a very purposeful strategy to start off building the short form audience, because I knew that based on where short form content was at that time, we were very ahead of the curve with the editing style I have and the formats I do and all that stuff. And because I was doing stuff on my solo account first, using similar styles, I knew that we could build that for a few months and get a little base going before we started posting. I didn't want to post the first episode of a podcast to a channel with no subscribers and have like just nobody fucking see it. So I thought we'd do that for a few months, gain 20K subs, whatever we could. Because at that time, it was a fucking gold rush on YouTube Shorts. Like, if you knew what you were doing,
Yeah.
there wasn't a whole lot of competition. With the numbers we were getting right away, today's standards would be crazy. So I figured we can build that, get the core audience there. Not even a core audience, because you're not going to build like a legit audience within a few months, but some activity on the channel. So once the first episode of long form went out, it had people to push it to. And yeah, that wasn't even that long of a time. I'm surprised people even like remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, that old YouTube algorithm is not the same anymore compared to today's.
The first year we had was so crazy. The fact that we got like 300K subs in the first year and getting like 60K subs a month during that prime YouTube Shorts gold rush
Yeah.
was utterly ridiculous. If that held up, we'd have like 2 million subs right now.
I missed that gold
No
rush.
way. We had
Just
300 in the
happen.
first year. I thought it was like 2.
250, something like that. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what it was, but there was a few months where we gained
Still
like 50K subs.
Yeah, it's still insane.
Ridiculous.
They got to bring that back.
Yeah, they gotta get
Please.
all the AI content that's filling the algorithms up, messing with the volume. Get that out of here.
Yeah.
Lives will be changed if they bring it back.
Yeah, it's crazy. Whatever the next social platform comes, gotta be first.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So that's the origin story of the show, how we started doing it, why we started doing just shorts. There'll be a few other questions later on that I put on here that people asked about, like what we were doing before the podcast and stuff. We'll save that for then. Next question is from. I was gonna read his name. Did any of you have a failed SoundCloud rap career?
No.
No, I didn't.
Which one of
I
us
thought
would
about it
be
for a second.
most likely to do so?
Well, Mo, you are from Atlanta. This is directed towards you. They're clearly profiling you. They're
No.
not asking if I had a.
Have I made a song before? Yes.
You know what? Close enough.
Yeah. I guess like one day randomly, I think it was summer 2017. So I freshly graduated high school and I had nothing to do, no plans, no motion, just hit on my friend Jim, rap, bet. That was it. That was my day. So I made a song. Is it out? Fuck no. But I made one before.
B-Souls, you ever made a song?
You rap?
No. That is one of my bucket list items, though. Is just to make a song from start to finish.
What would a make a song be for you?
Probably some R&B stuff.
Okay, if you're thinking they're crooning.
Some
Ooh.
Bruno Mars.
You finna sweep me to. Ooh.
Shut up, you can sound like 4 bats.
Oh shit, that would be crazy.
That'd be hard.
I
I'm not
see
gonna
that
lie.
honestly.
If B-Souls was sounding like 4 bats, that'd be crazy.
on.
Episode 300, the album is coming out.
The EP.
Yeah,
Every
the EP.
YouTuber ever,
Yeah.
I gotta make a song.
Yeah, literally.
No, I don't. I promise you I don't.
Bro, that era of YouTube when everyone wanted to be at least put out a rap song, and that was the drop.
Everyone was rap beefing.
Yes, that Logan Paul Rice Gum era. Get me out of there, dog.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever make a song. I think I'm very, very self-aware of my strengths and weaknesses. And if one of my strengths was rapping, I promise you I would have did it 10 years ago.
You give me a summer, I could do that. Probably like Locked In.
I could write a good song. I can't rap a good song.
Listen, I downloaded Ableton and FL Studio. Between the 4 of us,
Put all of our hits together.
we can get
You
it.
make
so.
the beat, but me Souls can write the sing-songy hook. I'll write the verses. I got the literary pen. Mo can rap it.
I got Logic Pro. I went through
Said
this
we
rabbit
could
hole
work.
before.
I promise you I can write some bars.
Oh my gosh.
Man Eater Pug says, why did y'all choose Chicago for the pod? And what's your favorite thing about the city? The why is that's a simple answer.
Yeah.
Is we all had to move to the same city. We recognized that we need to do the pod in person. As most of you guys know, the first 2.5 years, really? Actually, how many years we doing it now?
Really like 3 years.
3 years, really, of the show were remote. We were all living in different cities. I was in California, Texas, then California. Donovan was in Texas the whole time. Mo was in Atlanta, New York, or Washington. And obviously, at some point, we knew very early on that we had to move to the same city. But there was a lot of like conflicting life things going on. But basically, everybody finishing college, and there's significant other finishing college, that we couldn't do it right away as soon as I wanted to. So for like a year and a half, I was like, bro, we got to move to the same city. And there's always a reason we couldn't. So I kept bugging everybody. When the time finally came that it made sense for everybody to, with their life situations, we had to agree on the city. I was in LA. Would have very much liked to stay in LA.
I hate LA.
Nobody else is fucking with it.
I hate LA so much.
Yeah, Donovan hates it. He
I'm not a
decided he
fan.
hates LA from a very early age, so I knew that wasn't going to happen.
Not a
New
fan.
York was another option.
I
but
still don't understand clearly why you hate LA.
No one does, but it's
Brother,
probably.
I feel like it's I actually don't I don't understand why you don't know why. Like to say that you to say that you don't know why.
What
you
a
dumb?
flip.
You see what I'm saying? Like
You
no,
stupid.
No, because,
Really, you probably think about it.
yeah, because I actually every time somebody asks me, I give the same answer every time. It's actually very clear.
The thing is, your answer is clear now, but I think what really happened from my perspective.
I've told
You were
everyone.
like, the vibes are off. I'm like, what does that mean?
have you never been to a place and the vibes have been off?
Energetically.
You know what's crazy? When we went to All Star Weekend, I'm like, all right, let me see what vibes Donovan is talking about that are off.
Shit was
I'm
beautiful.
like, I didn't really feel it. And then I asked him, like, yo, like, as soon as we get off, do you feel the vibes being different? He goes, yeah, I hate it. Like, what the fuck?
And again,
What kind of Spidey
listen,
sense is
and I
this?
have been saying every time that we've gone to LA, listen, it feels weird out there. I don't like it. Right? I feel a disturbance in the forest. However, we've said it so many times that like I wasn't gonna say anything, but then you asked me, and I told you, I said, listen, low key, we got off the plane. I did get chills. Like I'm telling you, I feel weird here, but I'm just gonna chill because we're out here to do work. I'm just gonna pop in, we're gonna do what we do, and then we're gonna get out. That's it.
Yeah. I always told Donovan that I think he decided from an early point that he didn't like the idea of LA and decided he didn't like it just because, and then got here and like figured out a reason he doesn't like it. It's very understandable to not like the vibes of LA. That's like a common thing that a lot of people don't. But I feel like you said that before you were even really there. And then you're like, yeah, this matches what I thought. So like you work backwards, but now you reached a point where I'm sure you don't actually like it. It's not fake or anything. But early on, you were just like, don't like it just because.
Just because I know what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah, sure. Maybe
now everyone's like, oh yeah, your process is off. I don't like the city.
his process.
I don't like the city.
That's funny. It really was a bad process. But,
I don't like.
But you did understand what you knew the idea of LA, and you knew you probably wouldn't like it.
You live your life how you want to live. You like the city.
But I
like
was saying,
like
you understood the idea of LA and knew you probably wouldn't like it, and you're right. So like, I'm not saying you're wrong, but like for an early point when you hadn't really been there,
you do this all the time. You see food and you're like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna like that.
Here's the
and
thing.
then you eat it. Like,
Do you
bro,
think-
I gave you a mango one time. You had a seizure, and you were like,
I do hate mango.
and before, right? You were like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna like this. I'm not gonna like the mango. Ate the mango, I didn't like it. Then you're like, oh, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with LA.
Here's the thing. Do you ever think I would tell anybody that my process with food is good? No. I would tell them that it's
Fucking
irrational and it's
God,
stupid
man.
and I wish I liked more things. I wouldn't defend my stupid ass process.
But you like what you like.
I don't think it's
You
smart.
like what you like. You dislike what you
I don't
dislike.
think it's reasonable.
That's just being human. That's just being regular.
But I have the
Mango,
awareness to know this shit is stupid.
That's just being regular. Even if it is like regardless of if it's food, if it's a city, if it's anything, if you know that you like certain things and you see something and you're like, yeah, I probably wouldn't like that. And then you go and you do it and you don't like
Here's the
it.
thing. I agree. I said that. I said you were right. You understood that. I'm coming here to defend you and say I once thought it was funny and now I understand you. And you turned the fuck up.
In general, bro, I feel like Chicago was the best decision that we fucking
Back to
made.
the question.
Let me reel it back. Let me
Overall-
reel it back.
Central as hell. I come from New York. You came from LA. You come from Texas. Overall, best city. I'm not gonna. Overall, out of all our options, it's probably like the most neutral city. Obviously, it's cold as fuck. I wasn't fucking with that. But at the end of the day, it's a beautiful city. It looks like Atlanta. It has a mixture of New York. So I'm like, okay, I can kind of see myself being here for a while or however long we're here for. So I like it way more than LA because LA just feels like, it damn near feels like a simulation. I feel like sometimes I need to have like grind and dirt in my life. I need to appreciate like sunshine and rainbows and shit. And over here in Chicago, I really do that. And also I really fuck with the city vibe.
Yeah. It was basically, so Donovan said no LA. I wasn't going back to Texas. I didn't want to go back. I just left Texas. And my girlfriend didn't want to go back to Texas either. So I was like, bet we're in agreement. So it was basically, I wanted to live in a major city for sure. That was my one thing. And if it couldn't be LA, it was either New York or Chicago. Those are two realistic options. Donovan didn't really want to go to New York either. Me and Mo were both open to it. You could have got outruled, I guess. But deciding factor for me to side with Chicago was we wanted more space. Yeah. Obviously, you can't get like a big apartment in New York. Yeah. And I wanted to have some place we could build out a studio and have it like built into my apartment. We record in the basement apartment now. I knew there was no way I was going to move into the city of New York and have a space big enough to have it be my apartment and our studio.
You're paying $20,000 a month.
Yeah, like,
we don't got it like that, man.
Yeah, our place here would easily be $12,000 a month in New York City.
Yeah.
So the deciding factor was Chicago was a good enough city that we very much liked. It was like our third favorite city in the country, and space was the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Favorite thing about the city?
I think the water for me personally. Being so close to the city and being able to like access all types of places and get different types of feels. The food is also dumbass good too. That's something that I never like would have thought in my mind that like, oh, Chicago has like some of the best food in the country. Would have never thought that was true. I thought everyone who like lived here was just overly glazing everything about the city. But now I'm here. I'm like, okay, I understand it. Chicago summers, okay, I understand it. The food, I get it.
Yeah, I actually like the cold, and it's been one of my favorite things just because, like, you live in Texas your whole life, and it's just 90 degrees every single day.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
crazy.
You wake up on like Christmas and it's 85 and you're like sweating and stuff. And I hated it so much. So the fact that I can actually just like go outside and wear a jacket, I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. Like I like seasons. And so I just like wasn't getting that in Texas.
Yeah, I've never experienced seasons either, and I never liked the summer because Texas summers are fucking cruel. It's a like overwhelming heat. That's the worst time of the year.
What's the hottest that it'll get there?
Like 115. There is no hottest.
115?
Whatever you can imagine is the hottest.
Fuck.
Like there's no hottest, and it's
never
dreadful.
experienced that.
So I was in Texas most of my life. As I was born in LA, lived there until I was like in elementary school, and then Texas, and then back to LA. So it was either fucking paradise or oppressive heat for 9 months of the year. I've never lived anywhere with like any type of winter that's like long, no real fall, no real spring. So now I love the fuck out the summer living here now. Now as we endure the winter, the sun comes back out for spring. It's like I feel alive.
It's popping.
I'm so pale right now. I tan so easy. This time a month from now, I'm gonna look completely different.
Wow.
How do you feel about the
like
winter?
Go watch our summer episodes. I'm a completely different shade of person.
How do you feel about the winter coming from Texas, just experiencing it?
I was very mentally prepared. So like,
Okay.
yeah, I thought about it very much and very like psyched myself up.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me too much. I mean, it's not like sick, but it's not. I'm not like
dude.
I can't live here because of it.
For me personally, I knew it was gonna be cold. I was coming after Atlanta, coming from New York. Obviously, like I dealt with overall not having seasons like that, but it's way better than what you experience in Texas. But in New York, like it's cold, it snows and all that. But here, it's like it's a different type of cold. Like it's a type of cold where you stick your hand outside and all of a sudden your hand is just ash, bro. Like the wind is fucking insane. I never thought it was that.
Yeah, it's
bad.
the wind.
That's
It's the wind.
a different.
That's really what
picture.
it is. Erwin997 says, "How did B Souls end up joining the team? Great addition." Salute. 252 likes. People are fucking with the B Souls edition.
Hey.
Yeah, you're not on camera. You're flexing. You're not on camera.
Hey.
B Souls edition. We started House Call last fall when the football season started.
Last summer.
Last summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, first episode was like July.
Yeah, end of July, we started House Call. I knew from then when we started talking about it that we'd have to hire somebody, a producer at some point to help me with the mental workload of the ideas and ideas and creative and prepping everything. It was a lot for me to handle in the same way I do for TU3. So I knew we had to hire another set of hands at some point. We just couldn't do it right away because we were in between contracts. Our House of Highlights contract was ending and we knew we'd probably get a bigger deal, whether with them or somebody else, and use some of that income to hire a whole full-time producer. So we were kind of like in wait and see mode for the first half of the season of football. And we knew at some point come like December, January, we'd want to hire a producer. And we knew at that point, early in the thought process, it was probably somebody that's like, you know, just behind the scenes, behind the camera, somebody to help with the ideas, maybe a video editor, maybe a cinematographer type guy that's good with cameras, kind of build off of that strength to help us in ways that aren't on camera. But then as time went on and we got closer to January, I kind of sensed that it would be a good time for TU3, a good time in the lifespan of the show to have some more energy in it, to have a new character put into things. So I started thinking we should try to hire somebody that's one, helpful off camera with production and prep and everything, kind of help allow me to do both shows, not get overwhelmed creatively while being able to be good on camera. And one, we obviously thought we could hire, we knew we couldn't hire Nikhil again because he has a full-time job and like that's his whole thing. Told him he could do it if he wanted to, knew he wouldn't want to. Then immediately after that, thought B-Souls because I knew he was working full-time for a company. So I saw clearly he's open to doing a job outside of just making his own content. And we had him on the show before and the chemistry was perfect. I knew he was a content strategy guy in the same way I am. So I knew the chemistry would be good and I knew he could be helpful with the creative stuff. Knowing it would be the easy thing for him to learn what I do. So it just made the most sense in the world. We asked him before we like opened up our search and he said yes.
Yeah. He slid in my DMs, y'all. First DM, hey, with 4 Ys.
Might have been 5, low-key.
Might have been 5. And the rest was history.
Yeah, I'll let you tell from your perspective. But it was basically telling Donovan and Mo, I was like, I think B-Souls would be perfect. We can open up the search and try to find somebody and like do a legit hiring process, which sounds dreadful. I would hate having to do interviews. And I told you guys, like, before we do that, I think B-Souls would be a good option before we even look anywhere else. If he says no, then we look more broadly and try to hire someone that maybe we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the timing was insanely perfect. I think I've told all of y'all this, but especially Isaac, like, for those who don't know, I used to work for Playback, the streaming company before this. And essentially, it's public now. They were in the process of selling the company back in November. And like the week, it was essentially decision week of like, yo, are we going to sell or not? Like, what's going to happen with the team? My role was already up in the air. Isaac hits me up in the perfect timing of like, yo, we got a job for you.
Yeah.
So it was insanely perfect timing. And then also he got me out of Boston, man.
Yep.
He got me out of Boston. For those who don't know about my lore, everyone has been asking me, both personally and professionally, to move out of New England, the Boston area. Me and my wife have always been, nah, we're not moving unless there's a bag involved. There's a bag involved. I don't know. That's all I can say right now. I got convinced. You gotta let it fly. I don't know.
It was worth it, and it was like you said, it was the time we needed to. And there was no like option of doing this remotely. I was like, we're all in person now, so like if you want to do it, you got to come here like soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, you picked up and moved extremely quickly.
Yes.
Within
Sure,
2
ready.
weeks, you were moving.
He said, "Can I move yesterday?"
Yeah. Well, it's either that or I didn't have a job. Gotta relocate now.
Welcome to Chicago.
True.
So yeah, if you wouldn't have taken it, then we would have had to make a job posting, interview a bunch of college kids, do a whole thing, try to find somebody. I don't have time to think about that.
Yeah, that's so dreadful, bro. It was so dreadful. And
Would've
when we
been
were
a
like
hundred Zooms.
handling both shows too, between like getting a house call and then all this, the amount of ideas that we have to create is like literally ridiculous. And the amount of volume, I don't think anyone in the at least like the sports scene doesn't do the amount of volume with all the ideas that we do to this degree. Like
No,
it's
not even
actually
close.
asinine. So like having a whole new brain that is like familiar and like, damn near like adjacent to the type of style and world that we're in, like just made absolutely sense. It was like outside of like shout out to Nikhil obviously, but outside of you, there's no better option.
Yeah, for the creative side. And like from the jump when we started the football show, I was like, if we have to do this forever with no extra bodies, I will lose my fucking mind
would
eventually.
die.
I'm like, I know for a fact I will lose my mind. I'm gonna run out of ideas. So we're just buying time until we could hire somebody.
Yeah.
And it ended up being not like terrible. I didn't like burn out or anything, but I was like, if I gotta do 2 years of this, it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
And yeah, it all worked out.
Let's go. We're here.
And other questions were like, did you guys expect the chemistry to be so good? Yes, it went exactly as intended.
Yeah.
And the exact intended effect of breathing new life into the show because it had been 3 years. And I was like, we do the same type of things. It's time to add a new character, add some new life into it. And it all went swimmingly.
Yeah.
Mo, if you had the choice of making Jalen Johnson an MVP caliber player or ending racism, which one would you pick? Think long and hard.
Jalen Johnson.
I'm gonna
MVP.
amend this. You can make Jalen Johnson MVP of the league.
Next year, he'll win MVP. 3 in a row, actually.
Whoa.
He's Larry Bird.
3 MVPs?
He's Larry Bird, or you end racism.
Or end racism. Y'all gonna have to take them slurs, man. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna get slurred today, man. I'm 3 MVPs.
He's
I will
literally
be
Larry Bird.
so insufferable here, bro. I'm sorry.
He's better than Luka Doncic.
Yeah. Y'all gonna take them slurs, man. I'm sorry.
He said on one hand, like racism's already here. Like we're
Yeah.
already dealing with it.
Listen, it's embedded in this, man. I'm sorry.
It's the Out the Mud podcast.
Hey, listen, in some ways, it makes us stronger. Jeff says, when y'all are playing basketball, who do you model your game around / play the most like?
Ooh, I have a go-to answer for this one.
Go ahead.
Boris Diaw.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Okay.
Boris Diaw?
Well, I don't want to be unrealistic and say like fucking LeBron James or Nikola Jokic, so I have to take it like role player tiers down.
You could model your game after Nikola Jokic. That's not, he is a very like modelable. He doesn't jump high or run fast.
Boris
like,
Diaw is like level 1 of like what Nikola Jokic
yeah,
is.
the average guy. This isn't saying who you play like. Or I guess second part does, but focusing on the model your game, you could model your game around Jokic and be like, I want to do the things he does.
Nah, but when someone asks me, yo, who do you play like, and I say Jokic,
Yeah.
the expectations are gonna be crazy.
True.
So,
You better be on them boards.
I'm Boris Diaw.
True.
Donovan?
Let's see. I'm in a weird time because I just got back into hooping. Right now, currently, my 3-point shot is not there. So right now, my game is very Andre Miller-ish. Very,
Old
very-
school.
Very
Ooh.
much. If I'm playing, so
Sweet
4-on-4 or 5-on-5, I'm Andre Miller. If we're playing threes, then I'm Melo and I'm Kobe and I'm in the post. I'm in the mid post. I'm taking jumpers from there, and that's where I'm operating at. Prime, listen, Prime, Dame, Trey.
Trey.
I was pulling.
You never
Really?
played like Trey.
I was pulling.
Pulling?
I was pulling.
Did you
Wow.
never play like Trey?
No,
Daniel?
I
was
never
pulling.
seen you
You was
pull.
not at them Greg runs.
Dude, I see you play so many times in
From
college.
the
Pulling?
volleyball line, I was pulling.
Nah, man.
Now, in your prime, you played like.
I think
well,
this is, like,
obviously
the
you tried to
first
play like
time you
Kobe and
actually-
Melo. You did a lot of like mid post throwing
But
elbows.
that's what I'm saying in threes. But like
Okay.
but like if we're playing 5-on-5 and the game is much
Gotcha,
more like
okay.
regular, then from that standpoint, like I was shooting a lot more. It's very hard to play like a slow down
Yeah.
post up style of game when it's like everyone's just out there just trying to get cardio
Yeah.
at Greg. So it's much harder.
Okay.
Yeah,
I say you play like Joe Johnson. That was your goal.
that's funny.
That too, Ben Gordon, another one.
In my prime, I was Ray Allen.
Nice.
Yo, you love these 2000s guards,
I love
bro.
Ben. I love Ben
Makes
Gordon
so much sense. Makes so much sense. I think my guys who watch the most, obviously, I would watch LeBron, but I can't fucking be LeBron no matter what. But I love watching Paul George. I like the way he dribbled. But when I was like actually growing into my body and I reached like my peak after I got done with puberty, I think I was watching like Trae Young too much, and I would just like focus on my shot overly to the point to where like first thing I would do when I go to the gym, take 40-foot threes.
Damn.
And I have that in my game still. If I was to compare myself to somebody, there's a video of me playing basketball already out on the internet against Rusty. I think he had like 100K subscribers or some shit like that, and he came to Atlanta, and then we played 1-on-1. And a lot of people said I played like Erica Bledsoe. So I was like, okay,
Eric Bledsoe?
yeah, at the time. But now I'm like, my 3-point shot's like way better, and I prefer to shoot way more often because it's lazier and also easier to do. So yeah, I don't know who my comparison is now, but
It's Paolo.
dude, that's damning. Bro.
Just throwing your body around trying to get through the line.
But like
Being big,
when
handle.
your 3-point shot is on, then it's like Paolo with the jumper. It's the idealized version of Paolo.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I'm like, I don't know if that's nice for me, man. I don't know. Not yet. Did you see
I
the
don't know if
Raptors
Paolo
game last night?
Banchero is good enough.
I don't know.
I don't know if Paolo Banchero compares to Mojo 99 in his prime.
I don't know, man.
Tough to say.
I don't know.
I don't have a comparison because I don't hoop. I played football growing up, so I never gained the muscle memory of hooping. So I really only played basketball in like college, and at that point, like I'd never played, so I never had that muscle memory, like I said. So I was just there doing cardio.
I seen you shoot a basketball. I was impressed.
That's
Form-
crazy to be
form
impressed.
is nice.
My form is no, it's not.
No, you're tripping. It is. You think
It's
way
all right.
less of yourself.
I
Than
mean,
you actually
I
are.
don't. I'm not like embarrassing.
Are you a
I'm
corner
smart-
sitter?
What'd you say?
Are you a corner sitter?
For sure. I can't dribble because I didn't grow up dribbling, so my handle is terrible, and I don't have size to finish over anybody or anything. So I gotta be able to dribble. So I just be.
You make yourself. You see them graphics where it's just like you have this amalgamation of 70 different players and all the worst aspects. You're not like that. You make it sound like that.
I'm too competent because I know myself. I'm not gonna like do anything I know I can't do. So I'm not gonna embarrass myself ever because I'm just not gonna like. I'm not gonna drive on you and do this crazy shit that I know I'll look stupid.
And
Are
you're
you
a positive
confident in your
basketball
jump
player.
shot?
Confident? No, not really. I'll shoot it wide open and I'm not gonna like airball. But I know I'm not gonna make a whole lot of them.
Isaac's best skill, strong brick wall screen setting. He'll set the screen. You will get open off the screen. He can operate in the short roll, get the ball real quick, pass out.
If I was 4 inches taller, I could be Al Horford.
So you're like PJ Tucker.
PJ
that's what you
Tucker
just-
type.
PG
is
Tucker, I
so
could like
valuable.
pass a little bit, whatever that
Okay.
looks like.
So he's damn near Draymond. Okay.
Yeah, but not. See, I'm not big enough to be Draymond. So that's the hard part because I can't really defend because I'm not big enough. But if I was 4 inches taller, I could be Draymond.
See how now I'm like, okay, who are you? Bruce Brown?
I guess. But yeah, you're right. I'd be out the corner sitting because I know myself enough to not try to do too much and look silly.
Yeah.
So I just do a whole lot of nothing. I'll be doing patty cake whoever's in the corner with me. Mo, how many head accessories do you own?
Head accessories.
Head accessories.
I got my headphones.
They're still on, by the way.
I have these right here that are floating over my ear. I got my do-rags. I got,
How many do-rags?
I don't know, like maybe 5,
Okay.
something like that.
Solid rotation.
And then I have a couple beanies, 2 that I wear in rotation. Yeah, maybe like 12. I don't know. Some calm.
12.
12? Okay.
Maybe about
Yeah.
4 more hats.
You bought them rings from Chinatown.
Oh, I did.
You got
But
what
it said
from
head
Chinatown?
accessories though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you said rings?
Yeah. I got a couple of rings from Chinatown, like 2 rings
Nice.
or whatever.
So
Dude, I almost
been around.
got. I was like, yo, they got chrome here for 30. Whoa, this is crazy.
you'll never know. Next one. What is the best way to grow your brand as a small content creator? And also, who is the best defender on different NBA superstars? I don't know. Sarah Thompson.
Even a SAR.
On
yeah.
different NBA stars.
Specific. Nemhard on Shea. Yeah, number 1.
Oh, for sure.
Nemhard had got Shea's number. Wemby on Jet.
Stephon Castle on Jalen. He gives him a lot of trouble.
Jalen Brown?
Jalen Brunson.
Oh.
Oh, big strong. He has good length.
Anybody like it really actually it's a SAR. A SAR makes Jalen Brunson work so hard.
Remember when Castle put Cade in a torture chamber for that one game in like January?
That was crazy.
That's nuts.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
Tough.
What is the best way to grow your brand as a small content creator? Trying really hard. That's like the
Honestly.
unsexy answer is like people copy us a lot because obviously it's it's a podcast with a notable size. People will like replicate what works, and everybody that copies us and like copies my editing style copies it like very aesthetically and surface level, where they'll just do a bunch of pictures popping up, sound effects, bright colors, and it misses the point. The real reason our stuff works is because we try outlandishly hard in every way. Every single detail is like absurdly planned and made sure that we do everything exactly right. In the editing process, I make sure I present our answers exactly right, pace the content, editing style wise, exactly right. The way when we do our TikTok segments, the way names are presented and what order is excruciatingly planned. Every aspect is given like immense effort. So like there's people that have copied us and made whole entire channels based on trying to like do what we do. Cause like they're saying, why can't we do that? I know how to do those pretty pictures and drafts and shit. Why won't it work for us? It's because they don't realize exactly why our stuff works. And it's mostly effort based.
Clock it, y'all.
Do it.
Yeah, the surface level stuff is important. Like when you're trying to copy, to answer your question, like what's the best way to grow your brand? It is to look at what your favorite to do and try to understand why you like it and add elements of that into your own content. But don't like I said with the example for us, don't say, okay, so I need yellow text, I need pictures to pop up in the bottom, and I need a hook in the beginning. Like it's not just that simple of copying it aesthetically. Like really think about why stuff works and why you like it. So for us, think that like when we do a 20 questions game, what do you like about that? You like the fact that you have to watch a whole minute to see the answer and follow along with this as we guess. That's why it works, because you watch for 60 seconds, not because the pictures match and make your eyes pop.
Yeah. That's pretty much the best way to go ahead and talk about it, bro. And right now, obviously, it's way easier to be a content creator in general than it ever has been, because short form is short form, and in the matter of like 5 minutes, your entire outlook could change as long as you're consistent. And obviously, like consistency is the name of the game too, which is probably the hardest part.
Yeah. And it's not even like it's different now because we have a whole studio and we have cameras and stuff. And it's funny because you'll go back and you'll like, if you remember like what the shorts look like at the start when we were like filming off of iPhones, like it looks much different. And obviously like the quality has upgraded now. But even whenever we were doing it on iPhones, like the amount of time that we spent going back and forth about like, hey, your camera angle is not where it needs to be. Like
I bug the fuck out of them about every detail.
Like you need to have like, go ahead, put tape down on your desk to know where your tripod needs to be at. It needs to be here, it needs to be there. Like your head is too big in the frame. Like even if you're doing it not on like just with your iPhone on a very basic level, paying attention to every one of those details in the setup and making sure that that's like repeatable is something that you can.
The amount of times I've told Donovan and Mo when recording separately to fix the headroom on their camera, meaning the space between your head and the top of the frame, so there's enough space to vertically frame it in a TikTok. The amount of times I'm like, zoom your camera out to the left, to the right is ridiculous. And that's honestly a big difference. Like look at a lot of people that do TikToks and stuff. You look at the frame of the TikTok, their face is too big. There's black bars on the bottom. Everything doesn't quite fit. Every little detail like that is important. Like you see this right now, what you're looking at with the 3 cameras here, and you see this, and you want to pull up the Foursquare one.
Yeah.
Every time we record before we start, I have B-Souls change where the cameras are to make sure our heads are exactly centered in a good frame, make sure everything looks good.
Yeah.
Every little detail matter. Like truly all the pieces matter.
But also, there are so many people out there in the world too who have like the perfect detail and all that, but sometimes they just don't have like much interesting things to say.
Yeah.
Or can't necessarily figure out how to like make people want to care about what you have to say. And it's going back to, there's even more detail than that, bro, when it comes to how we sit down and like say our hooks after every TikTok. They don't know this, but after every episode, we don't cut off the cameras. We keep it rolling. We say our hooks multiple times in so many different ways and try to figure out certain ways to make the TikTok hooks and all that like more digestible for everyone to understand. So it's really just like also like understanding people as well.
Yeah, exactly. That level of detail isn't just production. It goes to the way you talk, the way you're presenting on camera. There's plenty of times where we watch a segment, it happens, and when the camera's over, I say, we didn't do this right. Next time, I think you should handle it in this way and say this a little faster and don't get caught up on this because it slowed the pace down the video and it kind of got away from the topic, whatever it may be. Just a lot of self-reflection and detail about what you're saying, how you're saying it, the way it looks, the way it sounds, every single part of it.
Yeah.
Bro, I found out y'all were crazy was I understood you guys were a remote podcast, but when I would watch y'all clips, it like the background, it was like I could understand that y'all purposely made it seem like y'all were still in the same room.
Yeah, we all had the same like neon lights and stuff like that. I had them put up like albums the same way I would.
Yeah.
And the camera quality was the same. We tried to make the lighting similar enough. And like the most extra thing that nobody else does, when we were doing remotely, we had cameras there. They had Sony cameras.
Yeah.
I had them record in 4K.
Yeah.
Upload the footage, send it to me. I downloaded it. I timed it all up in Premiere Pro, edited it, exported it with 3 4K cameras.
Yeah.
Instead of like using Riverside or some kind of group call thing where you just record it naturally.
Yeah.
Now we want to get peak quality. So every single night they were uploading 4K files that I had to download and edit together.
That was hell some nights.
If there's internet issues, I was just up all night.
Bro, when I was a
It was
guest
just
on the
over.
first time, I'm like, all right, okay, we're going on Riverside or Zoom call or whatever it is. I'm like, all right, I'm going to see everyone's webcam and everything. it was a fucking FaceTime call. Everyone's on their phones. I'm like, oh, so they're locally recording. All right, y'all are different. Y'all are different. Okay.
Yeah. Literally, whatever we can maximize quality-wise, you maximize it.
Yeah.
Next up, I Am So Desperate says, what is each one of y'all's favorite movie? Here are my guesses. Mo is Shark Tale or Cat in the Hat. Don is X-Men with no FX. Bezos is Godfather. He's a performative film buff. And Isaac is No Country for Old Men. Good pick for me. It's not No Country for Old Men, but that is a good movie.
Shark Tale or Cat in the Hat? First and foremost,
Love
fun
Shark
fact.
Tale.
Shout out to Shark Tales. I never watched Cat in the Hat in a day in my life yet. Not just yet.
Not just yet, like you're going to at 30.
I swear to God. No, listen. If you look on my Netflix, Cat in the Hat I started that movie and I'm like 15, 20 minutes in.
That's
then
crazy.
I ended up taking a nap. I swear to God, I'm not lying.
He couldn't finish Cat in the Hat.
I took a nap, bro.
He
Sorry.
couldn't get through. His attention span is so cooked he can't watch
No.
Cat in the Hat
I was
2006
sleepy, bro.
by Michael Myers.
I was sleepy, bro.
Mike Myers, Cat in the Hat, couldn't get through it.
Once 3, 4 p.m. rolls in, it's snooze time.
Wait,
For the
question.
most part.
How often do you read books?
Me?
Oh yeah, you weren't there that day. We were
Oh,
on
yeah.
his ass. He does not
you were
read.
there.
I read
I
books
did
often.
read this weekend.
What'd you read?
What was it? Sponsored Magnet. It's a book called Sponsored Magnet. 50 pages.
Salute.
You read 50 pages?
I know. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Round of
Okay,
applause for
look at you,
B-Soul's 50
caveat.
pages of a book about
No
sponsors.
pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. I read like semi often, every month for sure. Like maybe like every weekend I'll like dedicate a time to just trying to make sure I'm progressing on a singular book. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't read like every day, but every weekend I'll get it in.
Okay.
So what's your favorite movie?
I honestly, when it comes to like the whole film, I'm the worst when it comes to this, bro. I always say this. I'm a YouTube kid, bro. At the end of the day, you task my favorite YouTubers from different genres. I can name some, but favorite movie, I don't really have one yet. Honestly, not just yet.
Social Network or Good Will Hunting?
Someone like me would say Hancock. Will Smith. Like that's what I'm telling you right now, bro.
I also love Arrival. What's up there?
Mine's Drumline.
Drumline. That's good. That was the #1 movie. Like if we ever in band, if we ever had like an off day or whatever, or our band director wasn't there, they put on Drumline.
Those
did-
battles used to go crazy.
This is crazy. Mine is either Remember the Titans, love that, or Whiplash.
Oh well, Whiplash is amazing.
What's the worst movie you guys watched? The other day when we were at, I think at like your birthday dinner, I told y'all, yo, Poetic Justice is a bunch of bullshit. I'm trying to get into my film bag so I can like really level up as a
You start
creator
with Poetic Justice.
and understand why certain
problem with
movies
that.
are bigged up as to how it is, understand the storyline and all that, and just really like upgrade my mind in general. Biggest bullshit I've seen in my life, bro. Worst movie of all time. Terrible.
I'm trying to get into movies. I didn't watch Interstellar. I didn't watch Dune. I didn't watch nothing. I watched Poetic Justice and I hated it.
Yeah, bro. Terrible.
Could B-Souls glaze Tatum in Filipino?
Could I?
You can.
I mean, I still know the language. I just don't know what words I'd use. To
Are you
glaze
fluent?
them up. Yeah. I still speak it at home.
But what's the vernacular that you used to glaze?
It's one of those things. I gotta be in a specific mode to speak
Yeah.
Filipino, man.
You just perform Filipino
Yeah, no,
right now?
I can't.
Come on, glaze.
That's like telling someone, "Oh, speak English." Like, what do I say? Fuck.
Well, I mean, they're telling you what to say.
How do you say like Tatum's the top 5 player? I actually never heard Filipino before.
Tatum's top 5. I mean, there's a mixture of English within our language.
Oh, okay.
So
Same
if
for
someone
my
were to say, if someone were to say Tatum is top 5, I would just say, see, Tatum is top 5. That's it.
Okay, so in that,
Oh, wow.
in that sentence, it was mostly English.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So the answer is yes. B-Souls could glaze Tatum in Filipino, but he won't because you asked.
Yes.
Do you guys remember your first time watching basketball or really getting into sports discourse? What got you into basketball as a fan?
07 finals is the first one that I like remember really watching. And then my aunt and uncle, they live in New York, and so at the time, like they went to the NBA store and they got me like 4 pictures of the Spurs winning a championship. And so it's like Manu or Tony, whoever won the finals MVP, like they showed all of them. And so I think I remember watching game 4 and then the 08 finals with Celtics, Lakers, and Kobe. That was my first one where I feel like from start to finish, I was like watching the season, being like dialed in and everything. And such a big Kobe fan, and they got blown out, bro. I cried myself to sleep because Kobe just got destroyed in game 6. But that was probably the first one.
I wasn't a basketball fan
For
until middle
basketball.
school. I didn't watch basketball at all growing up. I was a football and a little bit of baseball fan when I was in elementary school. 2011, because the LeBron decision and the whole media rollout around that on Sports Center, this is what got me into basketball. Yeah, Sports Center in 2010, 2011.
Yeah, I think what initially got me into basketball, now that I think about it, it's probably when I was like 7 or 8 years old is when I started like shooting at basketball a lot. And then when I was like around 9 or 10 years old, it's when Kobe was like cementing his legacy and all that. And I would watch just Kobe jump shots, and I would be in the driveway shooting for fucking a long ass time, recording on like 240p my jump shot progress and shit. And then when I got older, of course I wasn't like watching basketball like that, but what helped me get into it was watching the starters on NBA TV at the time. Now they're known as no dunks, and they still do their thing. But I used to watch them like heavily, and it was such like a easy way to get into the game while also like making it real fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I was in elementary school standing Darrell Revis and LaDainian Tomlinson. I didn't care at all
That's
about
so
basketball.
crazy. You're a fucking bonehead. That's so violent, man.
LaDainian Tomlinson, MVP of the league. But yeah, I got into basketball a little bit later. So that's why I'm terrible at trivia from pre-2010s. Because I know the like big storylines, the big players, big everything I've learned over time from 2000s and 90s and stuff. But if you ask me to do trivia from the 2000s of like niche stuff that isn't like
tough.
He
obvious,
is lying.
I don't know a damn thing.
He cooked in that Clash video.
That was all modern stuff though. Which is another class video that hasn't come out yet that I did with some other YouTubers. 2000, there's a segment about 2000 trivia. I didn't know jack shit.
Okay.
I didn't know
I'm
a
gonna
damn
have to see
thing.
that then, because you was cooking in that Clash video.
Yeah, that stuff was easy at that time though. But like, if you get into like real trivia that you had to be there to know, I wasn't there, so I just do not know. I can't even like tell you a name because I just do not know who the third best player on the Bobcats was in 2005 or whatever.
Okay.
What were your dream jobs / what were you studying in college before the pod?
Honestly, this was dream job. Like
It wasn't YouTube podcast show. It was a little more different.
no, but like the overall sentiment was just like I just want to talk sports for a
yeah.
living.
But talk about the medium because we're journalism students. So what did
Yeah.
you actually think it would look like for you?
So the way it was presented to us in journalism school was you're gonna get your degree here. You're gonna go work at some newspaper or whatever. Work at the newspaper a little bit, and then after that, try to get on to some like multimedia or some like bigger publication, start doing multimedia for them. And then from there, it's like, all right, see if you can get one of like the 4 jobs on ESPN, FS1, whatever.
So you want to be on TV was the answer.
Yeah, I think broadcast was a little bit more.
That makes sense.
More so than than radio
Yeah.
or anything.
Right
like
before
that.
the pod, when I was in college, I was trying to be a writer because I was getting a journalism degree. So I was trying to be like an editorial like analysis writer. Quickly realized that's a dying industry and I should probably pivot and start focusing really heavily on video for my junior and senior year. So from that point, it was doing this or like what I was doing before the show started when I was working at House of Highlights as a producer / like content strategist. Pretty much that. But like even going back to like middle school, I was pretty certain I was going to do YouTube at some point. Because I was like the generation of like when YouTube first came out. And it was like the first generation of YouTube kids that was like, I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up.
Yeah.
I was getting like recording Call of Duty videos on a Elgato when the Elgato first came out, 8th grade and shit like that.
They had the Hapog back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember when the Dazzle was what you recorded videos
Yeah,
with.
they don't know ball. Yeah, y'all don't know ball, man. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. So I was pretty certain from a young age that I was going to do YouTube at some point in some variety.
Bro, you had an Elgato and Roshi's growing up. You were living life. You had a good life.
What's
man.
funny is I really didn't. It's like, I was pretty broke and somehow my mom got me an Elgato for Christmas.
Yo, she's the GOAT, man.
Yeah. I was like, we broke, but always had the best Christmas present somehow.
Bro, your mom's the GOAT. That's crazy. I think I always wanted to do YouTube. I started doing YouTube when I was like 18, 19 years old. And then over the course of like maybe 3 or 4 years, I peaked out at like 45,000 subscribers or something like that. And at that point in time, I was like, fuck, I'm at like 40, 45K. And at that point in time, I'm not feeling necessarily burnout, but I feel like I've reached my peak when it comes to content creation. And I need to be in different rooms where people are like clearly smarter than me and approach content creation from a different lens. And so I stopped doing YouTube, I think my junior year of college, and I just completely put it at a pause so I can go in another room and figure out like where to go next in my career. And then I think that's when I applied to be a writer for Clutch Points actually. And then they saw my stuff, obviously they're like, okay, you can make video for us. And then I did that for a little bit. And then that's when I stumbled into the House of Highlights stuff. And so this is pretty much like all I wanted to do since I was like 17, 18 years old. I just didn't know how I was going to get there.
Yeah, and if you do want to do this and you are currently in like a journalism program, switch your major. Switch your major.
There was a
Because-
question that said that. It said, "What do you suggest for people going to journalism school right now?"
Switch your major.
And I was like, "I don't have nothing good to tell you. I'm sorry."
Switch your major. Every time
Yeah.
that we had a guest speaker, and I was just talking about this with some people like 2 weeks ago. It's like the journalism program that we went through, they didn't do like a great job of actually like just being real with everybody about where the state of the industry was. And so every time that they had like a guest speaker and somebody who was actually a journalist, they would come back. They were like, listen, you gotta love this, right?
Oh shit.
Because if you do not wake up every day and just have like the burning fire of being a journalist, you're gonna hate life because it's a lot of nonsense. You're not gonna get paid. Like it's really, really tough out here. You really have less job security than you think. And when I worked at the paper, like obviously a bunch of people were journalism majors. We had people in the sports section that were like aerospace engineer majors, like people who were doing just all other types of stuff and had all different types of majors. Go get your business degree so you can get a sales job afterwards if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
But switch out of the journalism major.
Y'all don't think y'all had
do something else on the side.
Y'all don't think y'all had a lot of transferable skills?
I was gonna say
though,
that.
from
I was gonna
the
say I
major?
wouldn't say it's
Exactly.
completely
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah.
It's
I-
okay. So journalism
yeah.
school, especially probably these days, it's not about like in the same way that like going to be school for an engineer. You're learning how to be an engineer. You need to learn how to do that job. Otherwise, you're not qualified. You won't know how to do it. Journalism isn't necessarily that. Like you can write right now. You can ask questions right now. You don't need to know how to do it via school, but it like teaches you like how to think to do it well.
Yeah,
And like that, there is some transferable skills there. Like I think we treat the parts of the show where we talk about the game. I try to frame it very like substantively in ways that I probably learned from journalism school. That like obviously we get jokes off of stuff. It's a podcast, we get casual, but like when we talk about it, like the stuff that matters, I try to like frame it well and like make sure we hit the talking points and treat it with the level of sincerity it deserves. And I think a lot of that was probably learned from journalism school, learning how to do things objectively.
Probably, but I think one
Should you pay a 4-year degree for that? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can switch your major and you can still take journalism classes. And I think for a majority of like the ethics or the like, if you're talking about like the ethics and the basics and just structuring about like how to write and how to do stuff, a lot of those stuff is taught in like the intro of in like the first like year or two where you don't have to major, you don't have to minor. So you can still obviously like be interested, take classes if you want to. But I think having that be like the foundation of everything, I don't think the journalism degree has to be the foundation.
To be fair, we graduated 5 years ago now, so maybe it's shifted to be more digital since then. Can't really speak to what it's like today.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it was like it was when we started college in 2018, then yeah, it's super outdated. I have to imagine that these universities are going more digital now and kind of like understanding where they're at. Otherwise the major will just fucking die inevitably.
Yeah.
So presumably it's a little better these days.
Yeah, when I was coming out of high school, I knew what I wanted to do, but I didn't necessarily didn't know how to get there. And I was pretty much growing up in an African household. It's like you have to go to school, doctor, lawyer, and I'm just like, bro, I'm not smart enough to do any of that shit. Nor do I give a flying fuck about either of those things too. So I took a gap year from high school because I'm like first gen here in America. I don't necessarily want to waste my dad's money. So what's something I could do to help like grow linearly to what I eventually want to do? And it's exactly what you said, the whole journalism route. And I learned so much there, and it kind of helped like bring a certain level of, I would say, professionalism. And it just showed me how to get the baseline things done the right way. And it helped my videos genuinely when
I'm the only one I know who has media literacy. And when somebody sends a fake tweet that's clearly from a fake source that says some bullshit, like the Warriors are thinking about signing Bronny James this summer, I'm the only one that can say, bro, that's obviously not a real source. Can you fucking learn how to read and think for a second?
Yeah.
That's probably from journalism school.
I want to be a paleontologist,
What is
Word?
what is that?
Random.
a dinosaur scientist.
Really?
Yeah, like when I was like 4.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, when I was 4, I wanted to be an astronaut. When I was 4, I
and
wanted
then
to
I
be
wanted to be
an
an NBA player, but then I maxed out at 5'8". So there's that. And then I do have a computer science degree, so I'm a STEM bro.
Nice.
Now
I would have never thought that also.
Yeah, you got a real degree.
Yeah. So
Good for you.
Yeah, I got a degree in a hobby. As they say, Don, you never forget your first. Who was your first NBA player you hated?
Bro, I can't stand Jason Terry. To this day, I hated Jason
He
Terry.
really does hate Jason.
Why?
Because I used to be a LeBron stan.
Hard to believe these days.
Yeah.
Actually, no, not hard to believe based on our last episode. 13 over.
Well,
Yeah,
I
it shows once in a while.
I used to be a stan, and in 2011, like, well, actually, no. I guess I guess technically maybe it would have been like Paul Pierce since like they beat since they beat Kobe like that. But the one that I had like a visceral reaction to was probably Jason Terry because that 2011 finals and he's out here hitting threes over Bron. I'm like, oh my goodness, if I ever see you when he got bro, when LeBron got his get back and he dunked on him like either in 2012 or 2013, that picture of him dunking on LeBron. I used to have a computer class in high school every day because like every period everybody would go and change the background. Every day I'm changing it to LeBron dunking on Jason Terry.
Oh, and he was on the Celtics?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so insane.
I hate Jason
That's
Terry
hate.
so much to this day.
Kobe James says, how do you guys watch basketball? I want to be more analytical and strategic when I watch. I want to be more analytical and strategic when I watch. But right now, I feel like I'm just a casual and I'm just watching for fun.
Like Adam Silver says, turn on them highlights, buddy.
That's what he's doing now. Obviously, I'm not going to act like I'm some fucking expert. I'm not a scout. But I think the one way to watch a little bit better than surface level is don't watch the ball. Watch the defenders and offensive players around the ball because you can watch the ball from peripheral vision and you know where it's at. Watch what the center's doing rotating. Watch what the off-ball players are doing cutting. Look at what the defense is doing if they're in a zone, if they're hedging and like really like closing the gaps and shifting towards the man with the ball in his hand, throwing soft doubles. Watch everything besides the guy dribbling.
Yeah,
I'll say like one, find people who you know are smart and then watch them and watch them and how they talk about the game and look at the things that they're pointing out and then start to look for those things whenever you're watching the game. And then even the highlights and stuff, like I remember when I was little, like I even in like my own just like playing regular basketball, I felt like I got better just seeing basketball. Mm-hmm. If you're just watching in bulk or watching like a highlight tape, like there was a 2-week span where I was just watching Steve Nash just nonstop. And then all of a sudden, like as I was watching the game, I had seen Steve Nash do this one move so many times and like manipulate the defense so many times in this one way that as I was watching games, now it's like, oh, I know exactly what's about to happen after doing that.
Yeah.
So finding players, finding players and watching them over and over and over. And then as you do that, you start to see their patterns and you start to pick up on patterns and then you can start realizing that for yourself.
Yeah. And then as far as the analytical side with numbers, try to think about any number you consume past the box score through the lens of like, how does it match what I'm seeing on the court? So if I'm looking at just something as simple as field goal percentage in different areas and I see, maybe you think, what's a good example here? Maybe you think so-and-so is the best rim finisher in the league because you saw him dunk on somebody one time. Maybe you think Donovan Mitchell is the best rim finisher in the NBA because you see him jump real high, dunked on a few people. Then you look at the numbers and you see, oh, he shoots average at the rim compared to some other guys because he's smaller and isn't exactly always dunking on people, right? Go back and watch the game and see what you're missing, why you're kind of swayed by the highlight moments and what you're not seeing on the rest of the plays where maybe he's not finishing every single time, and try to match up an understanding of why did the numbers not reflect what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I agree. And also too, like something that actually helps as well, at least like building up a baseline level of some type of knowledge, is playing 2K, honestly, bro. Like that's something that people just don't necessarily know. Yeah. Playing 2K, send screens on running plays that you necessarily don't think about when you're watching the game. Obviously, you don't see all these drawn on circles and all that. Like that's just in the tuck of the coach's pocket and all that. So it's like that as well helps so much. So I agree with you when it comes to the patterns, playing 2K, and also just being out there yourself and just experimenting and noticing patterns in like real life too will actually help.
Just watching a lot of full games. Everything's about volume, and pattern recognition is the name of everything. Like in life, learning how things work is about pattern recognition, and you can only do that by consuming a lot and paying attention.
Yeah,
that's my answer to everything. Like back to the episode to the question about how to grow your channel and stuff. Trying really hard and doing it a lot.
Yeah. Also, don't if you're watching stuff, just because the play ends in a missed shot, that doesn't mean that everything that happened in that play doesn't matter. Like there are still a lot of things that can be taken, even if like you can tell that, oh, the offense did something really good here, even if the play ends in a missed shot. Like you don't always have to just look at all the makes. And every made shot is not bad defense on one side, and every missed shot is not good defense on the other.
Yeah,
I agree.
What's one other basketball podcast channel you look up to or did when you were beginning? Bill Simmons was probably my biggest inspiration growing up. I started watching him or listening to him on the BS Report before he left ESPN, one of the like original sports podcasts, in 9th or 10th grade. It's like 2015. Like, yeah, right before he left ESPN. And that was like very influential early on for me, learning that you can talk about sports in a like opinion-based, entertaining way weaving in humor and pop culture and stuff like that. I haven't listened to him in like 6 years now, but he really was formative for me, like understanding what avenue of sports conversation I want to go down.
Mm-hmm. I think for me, my like daily dose of content wasn't a basketball podcast at the time. We talked about it recently, actually. Bezos, it was Slam Dunk Comedy. He would make like SDC would make every day daily videos recapping like the biggest stories, the biggest things that happened the night prior, and that kind of like helped give me. It like started my hook and addiction for basketball and knowing what was going on every day.
Yeah, and Zach Lowe is also one who I even watch now. It's by far my most consumed other creator. I think in 2024 it was. I watched every Spotify gives you the Wrapped. I watched every single episode of the Low Post that year.
Wow,
Damn.
Which kind of glazing, I guess.
Fair. Yeah, those two guys are my goats probably.
And ironically, First Take.
Yeah,
I was waiting for someone to say it, man.
First Take.
that's
I was a Stephen A. merchant. I ain't going.
That was me. That was me. I think Stephen A. was because I think
we can tell.
I was late into the podcast game, just like listening to a lot of them like in rotation, and so for a long time, like First Take and kind of just like the ESPN, really just like the talk show ethos in general was a lot of what I was like listening to, and those people were kind of the voices. But Bill Simmons, in terms of podcasting, Bill Simmons is probably my GOAT.
Yeah. One Dad 406 says, I need the fellas to violently, make sure it's violent, by the way, when you respond to this, violently debate on who has the best, most consistent drip.
It's not me.
That's not very violent of you.
Sometimes I'll be coming up here in sweats, bro, just trying to get my workout in right afterwards. So definitely not me. I'm mad inconsistent.
Let's see what the fits are looking like right now, man.
I got a t-shirt and pants on.
I got my AF1s, cocaine's on my feet, elite socks, thrifted these pants, thrifted this as well, white tee under.
Got the Doc Martens on, which is always funny when a 14-year-old comments, what are those?
I know.
They're all outdated. Like, what is on his feet? I'm like, bro, I'm an adult.
Where are the J's?
Yeah, I'm an adult, man.
Yeah, I don't know. All three of us have like different styles, so it's like
Nobody wants to get violent. That's crazy.
I know.
B-Souls, violently debated.
Y'all do not be putting that on.
That shit you have on is fucking whack.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear sweats on the show, unless it's like an emergency episode. So I think you.
Yeah,
probably
one
make
time
the
I
most
wore
effort.
shorts and a shirt, and people said it looked like I came out the gym because we recorded night after Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
Everybody noticed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also easy because my closet is right there behind
Very
B-Souls.
true. You do live here. Yeah.
But B-Souls, go to your solo cam.
Yeah.
You see that LeBron James? You see it to the right? That's my closet. Those are jackets. That's the yellow Carhartt overshirt I wore a few weeks ago. So it was pretty easy for me to put clothes on last second.
Yeah.
Mog y'all right now, chat.
All right, get the fuck out of here. If you're still here, comment, why did Bezos have to mog us? When did y'all start getting interested in basketball, and what made you choose your favorite team? That's the part we were talking about when you get into it. What made you choose your favorite team?
Mine is simple. Damn. I live in Atlanta, but I was born in North Carolina. The Charlotte Hornets, fucking terrible. Second best player is Egghead Henderson. I have to be a Hawks fan.
Yeah.
So it was just convenient.
The Hornets were ass, so I
Yeah.
picked the Hawks.
Yeah.
I was born in Los Angeles. My mom's a Lakers fan, so I got it from her.
My dad's from New York, and we grew up going to New York a lot. And my dad's not a Knicks fan, but my Uncle Roger is. And so I just remember like watching the Knicks very, very consistently, and they were always like one of the teams that I rooted for. And so I remember growing up, also one of my, like the day I like really, really locked in, one of my uncles, he made me swear in on like a Knicks jersey to be a Knicks fan for life.
You're Nick,
No,
you're
you're
Nick out.
just crazy. Your uncle made you swear.
Yeah.
How old were you?
Probably like 13 or something like that.
Yo.
And yeah, not my Uncle Roger, another uncle. And so
Okay.
yeah, I was there, and so he brought out. I put it
over a Bible or something?
Yeah, like I put my hand on it, put my hand up.
Wow.
And I forget the exact verbiage, but he had me
Yeah.
like swearing to be a Knicks fan.
That's crazy, man.
That's insane. I immigrated to America in 2009 in Boston. So 2009, 2010, big three, Celtics, Lakers.
Oh, so you got
Perfect
there
time.
right after the championship.
Yeah. So I never saw the 08 championship. It was like a myth to me for the longest time.
A myth.
Same way for me. Like I said, I started watching basketball in 2011,
Yeah.
right after the Lakers won championships. So
Yeah.
I never grew up with success. I just like was vaguely aware of it because my
Yeah.
family was a Lakers fan, but I didn't give a fuck. I was playing Pokemon, so it was like whatever to me.
Yeah.
By the time I jumped in, everything was tragic for 15 years.
That's me with the NFL right now, being a Patriots fan. I was around all that, the Patriots success, now I'm getting into
You
football
just got
as a
to the
Patriots
Super
fan.
Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, most teams don't even. I've never seen my team in the Super Bowl. I probably never will.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
That's tough.
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
know.
2 rings.
Yeah, you talk about tragic fan bases. I'll never know anything good. Isaac, you mentioned Call of Duty Zombies an episode or 2 back. Favorite maps? Did y'all play Call of Duty Zombies at any point?
No,
When
I'm
I was,
trash at shooting
like the
games.
first one, yeah.
The first one.
I don't play zombies. I don't play zombies. All I know is I had a ray gun.
Very good.
Yeah, back
Souls?
in 2010 or whatever.
I used to get motion sickness playing gun games.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I
That's
don't either.
so whack. Motion sickness playing the game.
The only game I'd really play was like Pokemon, 2K. And that's it. So
I'm
once
not
you introduce the 3D elements of things, and that should cook
I'm
my
not
brain.
gonna lie, bro. You have to man up.
What the fuck?
What are you talking about?
I just explained why.
Motion sick? That's
Yes, I get nauseous. I
can't-
played one round. I'm like, oh,
I can't
understand
condone
you.
that. I can't condone that.
Yeah, I understand.
I understand. I can't condone
Yeah, I
it.
understand. Doesn't mean I have to respect it.
okay.
It's pretty weak.
Motion sickness.
Yeah,
So-
I'm old now in terms of video games. So like I
He
tapped out.
played 2 rounds. He was throwing up. On the side.
Loser. This loser.
That's crazy.
I tapped out in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is the last game I
My
played
tummy
zombies.
hurts.
So,
I'm trying to get it.
Weak as hell.
I'm trying to move on. He's still trying
My
to get
tummy
it.
hurts.
Weak as hell.
Keen Under Toten, or I really love Shangri-La, even though it's not peak or anything. For some reason, I love Shangri-La. Next one. What's some of the hardest parts about coming together to make videos and live streams? And what types of people are behind the scenes that help keep the channel afloat? Behind the
boy.
scenes, it's B-Souls now as a producer that's on camera and helps me with the planning of the TikTok segments and general ideating and thinking of new ideas. Andrea, my girlfriend, works for us. She's a graphic designer that does all things graphics, merch, logos, branding, the graphics you see on screen now and
And
in
also
the
this
show.
stuff too.
She decorated the studio. She's basically the creative director of all things that have any type of visual component. And now we have a editing team that we work with that for the longest time, I edited all of our videos. Once we expanded to uploading 2 shorts a day and a football channel, I could not continue to edit all of our videos. So now we have an editing team that I kind of like work together with or kind of co-editing with, where I kind of lay the structure of it, they edit it, and then send it to me, and I go through the file and I tweak whatever I want. So I still have control over every frame that goes out on every short, but I don't have to do 100% of the work. And yeah, that's the whole team.
Yeah, I used to edit the clips way back in the day, and then that eventually came to an end because obviously the football stuff was just OD, and that was like a lot of volume that we were putting out while also like trying to catch up to where you guys are at when it comes to the football knowledge overall. And so that was like a whole errand phase too. But outside of that, yeah, we got a team now. But
Yep.
yeah,
So B-Souls, Andrea, and the editing team that I co-edit every shorts with.
yeah.
But long form podcast episodes, we still edit ourselves. What's the hardest part about coming together to make videos and live streams? I don't know. I live here, and I'm the one that's like,
Yeah, I feel like
I'm the one that's insane about it. So y'all can tell from your perspective.
A lot of the hardest parts were just about a lot of like the hardest parts happened when we were remote
Yeah.
and just making sure that like everything legitimately had to be perfect, because if any one of our Wi-Fi was down for like 10 minutes, it throws everything off.
Yeah.
It throws the upload schedule off. There wasn't, if we make a mistake now, like we've had episodes. There was one where I think my file and like my video was like cutting in and out the whole time. That's because the night before the file had gotten corrupted. And so if that happened now, obviously it would be annoying, but we could come back and we could, do something about it because we're all here. If that happened, a year and a half ago when we're remote, it is what it is. And it's very hard. And if it's completely unworkable, then we all have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning on a Friday to re-record everything.
The horror stories we had in the remote.
To then get all of these stuff out. Like we've had to do that.
There's a question about that later that we'll get to.
Yeah.
There's a question about our horror stories.
So that was kind of like the biggest barrier. And now that we're in person, a lot of that just doesn't really happen.
What's the hardest part now about the way we do things? And we talk about how strenuous and crazy detailed everything is. What's the hardest part about the whole process and the way we do it compared to most people, from your perspective? It's easy for me to say, where I'm just the demanding one. It's like, we need to do this.
I don't even know. I at this point, like honestly, it just feels normal. Like I had never done a show prior to this, and so now this is just how we operate. And so if I see somebody else in the way that they operate and it's in a different way, I'm like, okay, that's how they do it. But it feels just this.
We've done it 200 times, so it's pretty smooth at this point.
I feel like for me personally, now obviously like we got BSOs now, so a lot of that burden has been alleviated. But I feel like I got to a point to where creatively I didn't really like peaked or plateaued or whatever when it comes to coming up with ideas.
Yeah.
And that was just like probably the hardest part, considering the the sheer amount of volume and how we're always trying to come up with something new. And a lot of times whenever we're like trying to be in our ideating sessions, I just come up with bullshit ideas. And so sometimes it's like it's so hard to like look at who your peers might be or whatever and try to like come up with ideas. And now I find myself trying to like go to other like niches that aren't about basketball, trying to come up with ideas. So it's the ideas part probably that's just so
the
hard.
part you just said at the end is why luckily I don't struggle with that yet. I go to, so like everybody takes ideas from what works in your niche. That's like, no, it comes to the territory. People take our ideas. We take their ideas. That happens no matter what part of YouTube you're in. That's like our secret sauce is I go to anime TikTok. I go to film TikTok. I go to cooking food TikTok, whatever it is. And I find ideas through that. That's definitely the number one thing that like helps alleviate that is I'm like super tapped into other niches and like always learning from that. Like everybody does keep 4 cut 4 now on sports Twitter, on sports TikTok. I'm pretty sure we were one of the first ones to do that. I got that shit straight from anime TikTok.
Yeah.
Straight from anime TikTok. I think it was a Keep 4 Cut 4 with characters like Goku and shit like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Same thing with King of the Hill. I got that shit straight from anime TikTok.
Fair.
Pretty much
Yeah,
everything
bro.
that we do that shapes what people copy from us, I get straight from other niches.
And I mean, that's
Anime
pretty much
dude's been on it.
They do because they do power scaling
Yeah.
and shit like that. So it's really, really applicable to comparing NBA players.
yeah. That's crazy.
That's fair.
Mine was getting up in the morning. This is the first job I've ever had to wake up and
You gotta come to the
physically
office.
go to work.
Really?
Yeah.
What time would you be up normally in the past?
11:30,
Wow.
noon, around there.
Noon?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Just coming at him as a man.
Once again, can't respect it.
Motion sickness, you get up at noon.
Have you seen that clip of John Bernthal talking about why he hates naps? There's this famous clip, John Bernthal, the actor that plays Punisher and a bunch of other stuff. And he's talking about how he hates naps. He's like, man, naps are for the birds. The whole world's moving and you're asleep. What are you doing?
I
That's how
love
you feel about him
naps.
waking up at noon.
Yeah, I don't hate naps. I feel like naps are necessary.
Nah, naps are for the birds. I'm
But
with John.
I'm very much starting to get into like my old man bag of like I'd like to wake up earlier and earlier, and I'm trying to get that like as consistent as possible.
I'm not there yet. So
No, let's bring it up. It's
Hooper
funny.
Premium says, what was Mo's worst subject in school?
I like this. Okay, so listen. Peep. Obviously, language arts was my fucking bag. I never got like below 85 ever in my entire life in that. Easiest class to me. I liked math because it's very like one word it's like vertical. There's no other ways to like get a specific answer. History was like cool, pretty much a snooze fest. I like routinely got like, I don't know, 80s, 75s in that class. I'm just like, whatever. History, cool. Science, I think gave me like hell because there's just like so many things to explain. There's so many different ways to get to an answer. Everything else is pretty much up for grabs except for language arts, obviously. But bro, science kicked my ass. Chemistry blew me out the fucking waters and I was in 10th grade.
Donovan, what was your worst subject in school?
Science, but the first B I got was in biology, and then in college the only 2 classes I dropped were science classes.
Mine's probably history. Not because I'm like bad at it, but I was a very lazy student where I just coasted on being able to be good at tests. I didn't like try at all. Like I didn't learn how to study like really ever because I was a journalism major. But like for my core classes in
Our
college,
study sessions were great.
yeah, I didn't learn how to study until college because I had to for like my core history classes and stuff like that. So I'm not good at memorizing things because I never fucking tried. I just coasted off of being able to understand things listening the first time. So something like history where you have to like memorize names of presidents or whatever, I was just bad at it because I wouldn't try. So I got cooked. Same thing with science to some degree where you had to memorize things. Anything that wasn't like applying understanding, like algebra is really easy. Obviously writing stuff like that where it's based on being able to be like good at doing the thing. If I had to memorize and like study and learn something by repetition, did not put in the effort.
Yeah, I feel you.
AOCam2882, what's the pettiest non-sports related thing you've made fun of your friend about? This is very applicable to our friend group because especially in college friends, constant roasting of everything.
Anything.
What's the pettiest thing you could think about?
Pettiest thing?
The pettiest thing you roasted a friend about? That's so hard. We have a very roastable Friend group.
It's like a catalog of shit.
One time, Benny and I went to we went to like Chick-fil-A or something, and he ordered a meal. He got a large, and just the way that he said large was just weird that day. And so to this day, like I'll like say large to him in that way, and he knows that like, yeah, you said that really weird. So that's probably it.
The way people say regular words is the pettiest thing to make fun of a friend about.
He also, there was one time I went to a thrift store, got an old school Charlotte Hornets jersey, and I wore it around one day. Every 10 minutes, he popped up with a camera and started playing the baby in the background.
Oh, the pettiest thing I made fun of a friend about, Donovan's weird overestimation of the importance of ginger ale in the world. He likes ginger ale a lot, which is fine. I like ginger ale too. His overestimation of how much everybody likes ginger ale is hilarious.
I legit,
You said it was the default drink at airplanes?
He said it's the default drink of
crazy.
airplanes,
It is.
and he said it's the soda.
I said I said outside of like,
Yeah.
because Coke Zero in DC, they got that.
No, you didn't say that. That was a cool important
No,
distinction.
I did
I
say
swear
that.
to God, you didn't. Because I was like, clearly,
because
Coke's the most
I
important.
gave them their props, and
Okay.
if I didn't say it, then I did mean
Okay.
to say it.
Okay, fair.
DC and Coke Zero, they got it. I understand. They are the stars.
Okay,
I'm
fair.
not gonna say that ginger ale is bigger than the program in that way. However, if we're talking about podium, ginger ale's got to be on the podium.
But it's not. Also, it's
Sprite?
not.
It has to be.
It's not a big three.
It's better.
soda.
I think it's better than Sprite.
I don't think so.
In terms
that-
of popularity, though, like preference is a different thing.
I think
It's certainly not big three.
I think
popularity.
it's better.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Sprite. I think it's better than a lot of the Fanta drinks. Any other, like, if you get, your one off, you get your grape soda here, your apple soda.
Doritos.
Now they got some stuff, and I heard that they were working on a zero sugar one.
Ooh, that'll change the fucking
I
game.
heard.
What I have
What?
upstairs, I don't know if you tried it. Zero sugar squirt.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't
Dude,
tried that
you
yet.
put me onto that.
It's delicious.
haven't tried
Grapefruit
that.
soda squirt. It's some Mexican
Yes.
shit. I have zero sugar squirt. It's incredible.
Dude, I tried Squirt for the first time when I was in Texas. I think Benny put me on, and then you put me on too. Man, it's special. It changed my life.
Have you had Big Red? Have you had?
Benny put me on a Big
Yeah,
Red
Big
too,
Red?
but I only had it once because it's OD sugar. And I don't think there's a zero sugar one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is.
But-
Probably gross as fuck.
Yeah.
Also, I know we talked about this last time. I know Dr Pepper also has a claim. It's very polarized, and that's the only reason why I'm not going to give it podium. But
Just in ginger ale isn't polarizing. No one cares about it. No one talks about
stop,
it.
ginger ales like that is good.
It's good, but it's not.
It's up
It's not
there.
important.
It's up there.
I think it's always in the room, but a lot of people may not realize it's in the room.
Because yeah, nobody cares.
Like, oh, you guys
It just
know,
has it
you know?
has the marketing and the
I like it,
branding
though.
behind ginger ale hasn't been as good as everybody.
Just
else.
because it's old,
First off, I want to say y'all's podcast has helped me through some pretty hard times. Appreciate it. He said, I want to say thank y'all for always being there to laugh every day I need it. Both T3 and House Call. Appreciate you. Fallout Sosa. My question is, what is y'all's go breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Much love from Texas.
Goat breakfast.
Goat
Goat
breakfast is French toast or a
breakfast.
bagel.
Goat breakfast always has to be some poached eggs and some pancakes.
Poached.
Poached eggs. Wow.
I've never heard you talk about poached eggs.
I'm big into poached eggs.
Yo,
so
eggs
your
Benedict.
French toast, your pancakes,
Andrea loves Egg Benedict.
Fire.
they're yeah. Some Benny's, they're good.
What did lunch?
I'm a waffle guy for breakfast. I like waffles.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the best lunch food? What does that mean to distinction of that between that and dinner?
The best
Lunch is a bunch of bullshit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
you can have a lot. I think that like
It's a filler meal. Let's
Pre-
Filler meal.
pre like the top just as stable as it can get, but it can be super super high. I think a burger and fries is for lunch
Tacos for lunch.
is up there.
Tacos is peak lunch.
Yeah, I don't really have like a go to for lunch for real.
I go to Chipotle a lot and get tacos.
Yeah.
I just went to Chipotle for the first time like 2 weeks ago in maybe like a year. Since I moved to Chicago, I like rarely had Chipotle.
Yeah, stay there. It's very good macros.
I had Popeyes for the first time in a minute.
Dude, I had Popeyes like
Me
6
too.
months ago too. I felt so bad. I'm getting to the age where certain very heavy foods like that, because I
Wow.
eat a little cleaner now. When I eat like that, I'm like, damn, I finally feel it. I'm getting
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Dude, I had a Popeyes biscuit for the first time. Man, oh man. It was so good. Felt like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
Popeyes here is fire.
Before
Yeah.
25 years old, nothing made me feel like shit. I could eat whatever I want.
Mhm.
And now when you're not constantly eating garbage, you're a little older, caring a little more, you eat something super greasy, and I'm like, yo, I see why people don't do this all the time.
The way I don't feel like that with Popeyes. Cane's makes me feel like that now, which is weird because they give you less chicken.
And it's relatively clean, like in terms of like how it's
yeah.
fried.
Yeah,
It's
but
just-
even if I just get like a regular, like just a box combo and not even do too much with a caniac, like the
I've never gotten a caniac in my life.
It's a caniac.
I swear to God.
Is that the 5-piece?
6-piece.
Oh,
okay.
we get that, but we share it.
That's respectable.
Oh no, I used to have the caniac by itself.
I remember. I think I've never gone caniac with you. I've always gone box. Caniac is crazy.
Have y'all seen those like crazy people that get like a cup of the sauce?
Yeah.
Insane.
I think that mukbang guy that looks like you.
Alright. Yo, I get tagged 7 times a day, and y'all think y'all are so original.
You look just
man.
like him. What do y'all do when you're not recording tea through your house call? With spare time, hobbies, etc. Much love from Amsterdam.
Oh, we popping in Amsterdam. That's lit.
Crazy.
Mr. Worldwide.
That's lit.
Where's that at?
On this topic, somebody commented on here and said they talk about working out a lot, and Isaac talks about working out, but he has a typical nerd build. Does anybody know if he actually works out?
Typical nerd.
Like, I
Can
gotta
we
be-
confirm this?
like I gotta be up here built like Lou Dort.
Oh my God.
I don't know. Apparently, I got a typical nerd build.
What's wrong with being fit, man? What the fuck? Typical nerd.
I gotta look like Lou Dort, or I don't work out.
That's crazy, bro.
That's one of the answers. With having to do NFL now, I have less time to read, less time to game and stuff like that as I usually did before. So yeah, it's kind of like workout. I watch a lot of shows and movies. That's kind of like the main hobbies now.
Yeah, I'm so tapped out on shows and movies. This past weekend, I was about to, didn't end up doing it, but I do think that maybe this week might be the week. I might type into one battle after another this weekend. I might do it. I'm picking between either that or Marty Supreme.
How about you watch both?
Oh yeah, I watched
That's-
Marty Supreme.
That's 2 movies. That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm an AMC Stubbs card holding member, so I
That's
see all
a-
these movies.
That's a lot.
That's my main
I
hobby.
am an A-lister.
Yeah, that's my main
Haven't
hobby.
used it in 2 months though.
All right.
That's crazy.
I just saw Project Hail Mary.
Even though it's right
crazy.
below me.
But the last 2 months is like the post-Oscar movie era where it is kind of dead. So if
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
ever going to be 2 months, it would be that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like working out. I cook a lot.
You cook a lot. That's an underrated thing for sure. Like you have like real detail when it comes to cooking too. That's a passion.
I try. I
Nah,
recently I picked up this year. I picked up sewing.
Wow.
I've started sewing. When was it? Maybe like a month ago. At this point, I made my first pair of sweatpants.
You
from-
actually
from-
you
from
made
scratch.
sweatpants?
I did.
What the hell?
Okay,
Yeah.
Kai.
It was
The
cool.
vet. Okay.
It was cool. I've been working on stuff. And so
Wow.
like, I go to the thrift store, get some stuff, crop it up, do some stuff. I have a
crazy.
I have an old pair of Nike pants that are like too small, so I'm gonna turn them into like baggier shorts. Trying to do that this weekend. So that's been one of my newer hobbies of the year.
Wow.
I'm a reader now. I read books.
Yeah, all right. B Souls is underrated. Great addition to the team. Just gonna throw that out there. Nice little compliment for B Souls on the camera. Question is, how do you guys feel about the future of the NBA? I am the most pessimistic I've ever been. Not about like, there's a lot of discourse on Twitter now that like, is the MLB gonna pass them up as the second biggest league in America because that report that the salary cap went up $1 less million than expected? I'm not quite as doomerism about that. I think the NBA is gonna stick around forever. It's kind of too big to fail in some regard, I think. But I'm pessimistic about Adam Silver and the direction the game is going, and like how they're choosing to prioritize things, and how everything is about money and maximizing the dollar to such a kind of disastrous regard in some
Yeah.
cultural elements of the NBA.
Yeah. I honestly like when it comes to that, I agree with you because honestly it just comes to a point. When is there going to be like enough money? Is there ever going to be like an
Never.
end to it?
No,
Are
I
you
got some
gonna
books for you to read.
figure
Never.
out more?
Never.
Like how much can you milk from this Adam Silver? Really?
We're
Everything.
finna radicalize you. Never. That's the point.
That shit's
Everything.
crazy.
They will squeeze every dollar until there's no more dollars to be squeezed.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of in the same place. Like I've been on a side where like I don't like Adam Silver as commissioner, and even whenever we were having the conversation about tanking, everyone's like, "Oh, we got to fix tanking now," and I was like, "Actually, no," because then that means that Adam Silver is going to come up with some ideas that he thought about for 30 minutes.
No,
and
that
then,
he read from Twitter.
and then we saw the proposals and the tanking changes, and they were the most complicated, the
Yeah.
most just like, what is actually going on here? Are you actually trying to fix the issue? So I don't really I don't believe in Adam Silver like that. I think that, and I think next year will be interesting to see because like this is year 1 of the new media deal, and so everybody wants to put on like their best foot forward. What happens in 2 years and 4 years when we've been in these cycles, and now like, are you as incentivized to broadcast the game in a certain way? I'm very curious to see that. I kind of am like halfway worried about like, is the NBA going to lose its spot in the American hierarchy? Just because outside of football, I feel like everybody's spot is always up for grabs. And even some of the biggest sports that America has had, we've seen them fall before. Like boxing is different now because boxing is just completely a money grab every time that there's a fight. And so you see the NBA going that way and it's like, oh, like I don't want it to get there. So I have that feeling a little bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty anti-Adam Silver now.
Yeah.
Not get into deeper words. Not a fan. I think he's probably the best commissioner in sports for getting their players rich, which is great. Good for them. Shout out to players getting their due. Yeah. Not even potentially, the worst commissioner in sports for a fan perspective. What would be any changes or advice y'all would give yourselves when you first started the podcast with all the knowledge you have now? Tough, because it kind of went like exactly as we wanted it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm trying to think like
flex on them.
It all like the plan was very clear from the jump, and luckily we hit the exact right time with short form to kind of like have it be exactly what we thought it could be.
Maybe the only thing I would say is start the football show earlier.
Yes. Start the football show 2 years earlier when shorts was popping like crazy, and we could get 200K subs in a year easily. That would be the answer. For a while, because for a while I was very, which this isn't even a mistake, because for a while we didn't do that because I've always liked football, but it was always a problem if I didn't want to bite off more than I can chew, and being covering two sports is very difficult. And at the time, didn't feel like we could. And I felt that way because I was editing everything. We were doing everything ourselves, no support. Yeah. So we probably couldn't have done that. We did it as soon as we could once we started to get the ability to hire people and make things a little easier on ourselves. So it's something that we tell ourselves, looking back, we should do it sooner. But we also knew that in the moment. We just couldn't. Yeah. So maybe that's not even fair.
Yeah, and I don't really have any regrets about any of the content that we did early on. Because I think also like we were very, very conscious of whether it be the TikToks that we put out or the clips that we put out of like, we don't want us to be like known for screaming moments. And like we don't really do that. Like we get loud and some stuff. And honestly, I feel like since we've been in person, we might have had like less screaming moments. Like the one time that I remember like legitimately getting upset about with you guys, we're doing a centers tier list, and we're talking about like AD's placement versus like Embiid.
You put him in A tier with Chet, and I was like, he's so much closer to Embiid than Chet.
Yeah, and like that was one of the only times where I feel like we had one of those moments, but I've never felt like we've leaned on those.
Yeah, that's not our bag.
And so like I do feel like some of like the success that we've gotten from the TikToks, not having that's good.
Yeah.
And so for a lot of other people, I would say like don't do that. Like don't lean into that side, because then you get to a point where now everybody's just expecting you just to yell.
It's also not sustainable.
Yeah.
At all.
You can only have so many hot takes.
Exactly. Exactly. And now we were very aware of that from the jump, which is luckily because we all had backgrounds in media with, like I said, two of us working House of Highlights. Donovan was a writer at the time. So we went into it like we weren't 18. No, we were younger, but we weren't ignorant to how the media ecosystem works and what's sustainable and what's not. So we knew from the jump not to like lean into anything too much and like overdo any one segment. Kind of had a good mind to pace things out and so forth, to everything you said. And we've gotten a lot better in certain things and changed things, but that's stuff that comes with time. So it's not even anything that I think we should do differently. Everything kind of progresses naturally as you keep that self-awareness and try to improve. So yeah, I don't even know anything that we did wrong other than, like you said, start stuff sooner, which easier said than done.
Yeah, everything like works according to plan perfectly. So yeah, no complaints.
How much has your guys' lives changed from starting the pod to now?
A lot. I mean, none of us have like, this is our job now.
Yeah.
And so like that's awesome, man. Ooh, I hated the job. I hated so like my. I
know you sounded just like your grandpappy, man. That's crazy. That was a deep old soul in you.
I never wanted to have like a 9 to. So like my first job ever, like I didn't have a job in high school or anything. So my first job was like the first job that I had coming out of college. And then my dad, he has his own business, so he's always told me like over and over, like, you know, you get like you're not working 9 to 5, like get out of this, whatever. So I never really like wanted to have a job like that. The second job that I had, while we were like having serious conversations about like moving and doing all this stuff, while I was working at Yahoo, and my job there changed so much because originally I started there as like some like internet culture writer, And then there was like layoffs, and then they moved me to the news team, and I was like live blogging a Donald Trump trial. And,
So crazy.
And like,
Meanwhile, we're like, yo, we got to record it now. We used to record at nights because of that shit.
yeah, and like they had me doing all types of like legitimate like hard
Wow.
news, and
Yeah.
I never wanted to do any of it, and it was just the worst. And once I got to that specific period
crazy.
for Yahoo,
Yeah.
oh, I was checked out. I was the worst employee ever, and I hated my boss so much. She was awful. She was so annoying. And bro, I was out here. I'm saying like we have our stand up at 8:00, 8:30. I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm going elsewhere. So now to
Yahoo
have
Fear Buck.
yeah, bro. Now just to have like this be our job, it's massive.
Yeah. I was working at House of Highlights. I was a content strategist, but like my job was really like do a little bit of everything. Like I was a producer, strategist, Through the Wire previously. Numbers on the Board previously was called Through the Wire. You know, they were with House of Highlights before we started our show. I was working on that show. I was doing their short form. I was working on Creator League, House of Highlights property, touching everything across House of Highlights that like I had to stretch myself so thin day to day from my 9 to 5 because I had so many roles at the company. And then after, like you said, recording at nights, doing this and putting all the effort we talked about earlier, it was just so much mental fucking thinking all day, every day, which still is that way. But now I can actually put all that effort into our show. So my workload didn't change. It was just being able to positively put it into my own thing 100% and not have to split my brain 50-50. That makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I remember when I first came onto the scene as like as an intern. And it was so funny, bro. People weeded out so early that me and you were like butt buddies. Someone who worked there like called us out immediately. We're like, hey, you best friend Isaac, man. I'm like, all right, bro, relax. But I was so shocked when it comes to how much you were doing over there and just like how your role was and just how they're structured and shit. But aside from that, like I think my life changed pretty obvious, just like you guys, pretty drastically. After college, I was with House of Highlights, and then after House of Highlights, I was a PA. I was intern, then I was a PA, and then I worked for some random company called Whistle, and I was doing that for a little bit while we were recording at night. So my like schedule
Random
was
company.
just like
That's shade right there. I ain't gonna lie.
but it's been relatively like so much different. It's so much more chill now that we like have B-Souls and scene shit.
You're hilarious.
Someone looks like some shit over there.
You look them up. What?
But yeah, also
man.
like it was pretty fresh out of college. I worked at House of Highlights, graduated college in 2021, started working there immediately as an intern summer after. And then I stopped working for them when we started doing this full time. 2023.
2023. It
Fall
was like
2023?
yeah, like November 2023.
So it's only 2 years working there full time. Feels like a lot longer. But like
That's crazy.
I know, right? Crazy jam-packed 2 years. But we never went into an office, never had that type of job because we did it pretty straight out of college. So that's a main way our lives changed, is went from like thinking like, oh, I got to find a job. I got to earn a role. You said you were surprised how much I was doing at HOH? Because I was like, I got to earn a job. I'm an intern. I got to do a million things and have this mindset of the job economy sucks. I got to do everything I can to keep a job. And then a couple of years later, oh, we have our fucking dream job.
Yeah.
That's such a like whiplash thing that like now I got to focus on keeping it. That's such a different state of mind to be in that I wouldn't have imagined 2 years ago, or now it's been several years, but a year and a half before we started the show, I wouldn't have imagined being in that mindset at that age.
Yeah, because the Yahoo job that I got, we had already started the pod, and so there were times where I was like doing interviews trying to get another job while we were doing it, and I went on so many interviews.
I tried so hard to get you a job at BR.
And I went through that through that interview through the process. I got down to, I think it was like the last two, and they went with somebody else.
And like twice, and it was so stupid every time. I'm like, you guys are so dumb to not hire him and have both of us in the door. You could have had the show for so much longer potentially if we're like in this little BR world. Like at that point, I was like, are you guys dumb? Like, why are you not hiring him?
Yeah, and like there was like I had applied to be a programmer on BR, and then I had applied for BR Gridiron, and I didn't get that job. But then we were at I think we were at All Star, and
San Francisco,
and Drew was like, yo, so like whatever happened with that? They were talking about you, like they just loved you, and I was like, bro, nobody ever hit me back, like I never got the job.
And it wasn't just Drew. We were at that party, and the guy who was at the time running BR Gridiron, I don't know if he still is, came up and was saying like, oh yeah, I loved your application. What happened with that? And everyone's like didn't know.
Yeah, I was like,
so
bro,
fucking
I
funny.
never got an email back saying
Yeah.
that like I got the job,
And they
for
thought
that
you
album.
ghosted them.
No,
That's so
No.
crazy.
Motherfuckers forgot to send an email, and all of a sudden there's no employee here.
yeah.
That's so crazy.
No one got the job actually. Who got the? I don't know. We're still hiring.
They're talking about you as like the greatest what could have been. I'm like, you could have made a bid.
Just check up on him, bro. Damn.
Hannah D says, "What's the best concert you ever been to?"
I never been to a concert before. I don't think so.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
That's
We
what?
gotta take
I
you to one.
never actually went to a concert
Wow.
outside like the BR All Star shit or whatever.
Okay, so
Like,
Jelly Roll is the best concert you ever been to.
I fucking Jelly Roll.
We saw Jelly Roll at the Bleacher Report TNT party at All Star Weekend in Indiana in 2024. We saw Jelly Roll perform in a
Yes.
warehouse.
He was lit.
So I guess that has to be the best.
I saw him do an Eminem cover song in 2024.
and they were going crazy. He had indie jumping. I would say
He was like sing for the moment. I think he was top of his lungs.
that's true. All right, what's the best for you? What's the best concert?
Mr. Morale on the Big Steppers tour.
Okay,
Pretty easily.
I think in terms of like quality and peak, that's probably one in terms of like being objective. For me personally, like my favorite, what was that? I guess 2 years at this point. Anderson .Paak had went on tour just to tour the Malibu album, and I went and I saw that, and that was the one that meant the most to me.
Who fucks with Logic's music the most, and why is the answer Donovan? The most scathing insult I ever heard.
Oh my God.
And you know what's funny? The answer is Donovan.
Honestly, out of us four, it probably is. Like, I probably hold some of the earlier Logic projects
Wow.
in higher regard than anybody up here.
The early projects were decent.
No, they were good. So Under
they
Pressure's
were
really
good.
good. I grew up and I realized he's copying the fuck out of Good Kid, Mad City, and he was really good when he was a Kendrick clone. Once I grew up and realized that, and I listened to the albums after Under Pressure, and what was the next one called?
The
Incredible True Story. After that, I was like, oh, this shit is not for me.
I just remember there was an era of like YouTube where everyone was hyping him up because he didn't copyright claim his songs.
Yeah, he was on every COD montage.
Yeah.
All those type of
Makes
montages.
Just because he wasn't copyrighting.
Yeah.
He had a moment. I did go to a Logic concert though.
Wow.
Tough.
I did go before in 20. I can't remember. I think it was the Incredible True Story tour, and so I guess that would have been like 2016.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Under Pressure was awesome though. I remember I heard Nicki for the first time. He's personifying cigarettes.
And you
My
know
mind was
what? And
blown.
there's a lane for that. It's okay.
It is good.
Like,
It's a good album.
Yeah.
But like then you realize like, oh, he's really drawing from his influences, and it didn't age too well as time went on. Any moment from T3 history that each of y'all regrets? Any hill you died on for a scrub?
Every week, bro.
I
year.
regret something I said in every episode the week after.
No, literally.
So like, there's not one moment for me. It's a
Yeah.
constant perception of like everything I say. We talk for 3 hours. I have an opinion on every single team. Every single week that opinion will change, and people will remember that like it's my true opinion forever.
Yeah, exactly. We have so much, and it's so hard to actually sit down and like have a condensed thought process on one thing. When also the nature of the sport, there's so much that moves, and people actually do things that make you legitimately change your mind. So every week, what's like the biggest dying hill that you think you guys are like wrong about?
I'm wrong a lot. So the one I remember. Okay, so no, here's the thing. You learn over time.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned from 2023 season or 2024 season when the Timberwolves got good and got that 1 seed. I was very anti-Timberwolves after the first year.
Yeah.
The first year they were good at Rudy Gobert and Cat, which was the second year they had Rudy Gobert. I was like, this team is a playing team. This team's gonna suck. And they were the 1 seed. And the way that the hate compelled me to hate on them so hard at the beginning, that taught me a lot about like just like how to go approach it and not think so certainly about that. That I guess I
Yeah.
regret that because I was so anti them and they were so good immediately. But that comes to the territory. You're gonna be wrong sometimes. I don't feel that bad about it, but that's one that stuck with me for a while. Being wrong about that team.
I think. Let's see. I was thinking about this the other day because I was thinking about Luka and that whole conversation. I remember going into I think the year they made the finals. Now, mind you, they did trade for like half the team in the middle of the year.
Yeah.
But I went into that year saying that they were going to. It was more likely that they were going to miss the playoffs than go 500. Like I put 41 and 41 at their ceiling, which I think was wrong.
But yeah, you're right. They made big trades.
Yeah.
But that was the same year. I was also thinking about them paired in with Timberwolves, but at least they made moves.
Yeah, so that's I think that's one where I was like, I'm probably not.
I've
I've been thinking back and forth on like the even today, even now,
Mhm.
Derek White or Kyrie, like that's still something that it's up in the air for me. It's a toss up.
I don't feel too bad about any player opinions because shit changes and like that, whatever. The one I just remembered, I said it before, I hate when I hype up teams that suck more than when I underrate teams. When I underrate teams, okay, you just got better and figured it out. I'll apologize and say, okay, I should have believed in you, but I don't care that much. Shit happens.
Mhm.
The Devin Booker KD era, Phoenix Suns
yeah.
burned the shit out of me. Even last season, preseason last year, they came with a new coach. We're changing it up. I put them as the 4 seed in last year's predictions. That one, again, no one prediction moves me that much. I don't care if I'm wrong, but that one bothers me so much because I was like, what the fuck was I thinking, believing in that stupid ass team? I can't believe I did that shit.
I thought the Hawks were contenders this year.
See, so
I
did
mean,
I,
so
but like, whatever.
yeah.
They suck, but
It's everybody.
Yeah, I think overall for me, which is like the biggest, like my biggest turning point, just how I view players like Trae Young and seeing how far like players like him can take you. I understand like how important it is from like a basketball cultural aspect and team building aspect when it comes to not even team building, really like city building, but when it comes to actually like wanting to move forward and play productive basketball and seeing how like, bro, this is the most wins that we had since like 2021 or something like that. Our most successful season in over 10 years so far this year. And it happened with him being out the building. I think how my mindset is like adjusted to team building has been like the most different thing that's happened.
Yeah.
Trae Young will look up your eyes.
Yeah, man.
The tyranny of usage.
Forever special place in my heart though.
Balling for Life for real says, what's it like having a podcast?
Dope.
It's
a
weird.
vibe.
It's cool, but it's also weird because like you have this, like we have this job and we are doing it, but at the same time, like there's some days where it's like, dang, like this is it. Like we're like we talk like we talk basketball. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. Like
It's kind of
it's-
weird.
Explain. I don't have that
This is
perception.
it.
Yeah, I've never thought about it that way.
Like I don't know. It's just it's interesting. Like again, I wanted to like talk sports for a living, but that the fact that like this is the specific medium and that everything is played out in the specific way that it has, it's sometimes I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like having a basketball podcast is like obviously is great and cool, but I think what's even weirder is how people come to us and we once in a while I see comments that we get. There are people who are like, oh, like I don't even watch basketball. I think y'all are just funny. And they just come to just watch us yap about whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That part be tripping me out because I'm just like, bro, we're just talking right now. But
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that talking about basketball as a job definitely changes how you think about it. Cause like I'm still like a fan. I still have that, but there's some elements of me that like the allure and like the peak enjoyment, like giddiness is gone. Just 'cause I watch it every single night. It's like homework.
Yeah.
That's changed a little bit. Not as much as for some people. Some people get really burnt out about it and they're like, I don't even like basketball anymore. I don't feel that,
Yeah.
but it definitely changes when you have to watch games every single night. That impacts things like the doldrums of the regular season. Like now, I'm like, oh, it's homework now at this point, waiting for the playoffs. Whereas if you're a fan, you just won't watch for a week and it doesn't really matter. That's impacted. It's a very strange psychological phenomenon for anybody that does YouTube to have everything you say be examined and have a like parasocial relationship to every single element of your personality. That's definitely an adjustment from working behind the scenes as a content strategist to everything you say will be picked apart by an audience of people. Like for any human ever, like every YouTuber talks about that. That is definitely an adjustment.
Yeah. I will say podcasts are parasocial in a different way compared to other mediums because we're having conversations a lot of times with friends and it's not just we're talking about basketball. Like, no, some of our life and our friendship stories trickle into the content. So then people feel like they're part of
100%.
the friendship.
And it's like, it comes with the territory. It's a great thing. It means they have very devoted fans. It's like, it's a blessing compared to some YouTubers, especially compared to TikTokers where nobody like cares outside of, is your video on my algorithm right now? So it's a great thing for longevity of a creator, but it definitely impacts the way you like think about things. And like, you realize when you read the comments, you're like, damn, you guys even like notice that? That was a random one-off comment. That's crazy.
yeah.
You guys are talking about that? I didn't even think about saying that 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like last year, I will say when the Knicks were making their run and then they ended up losing, and I think they lost in game 5. I think they
Pacers?
4 or 5. Yeah,
Sure.
to the Pacers. They lost one of those games, and I was so distraught about it. And like I remember, I went outside. I just sat down like in silence, and like I just didn't do it. And afterward, there's a bunch of times And even like the Eagles this last year, when they blew the lead to Dallas, did the same thing. Just sat in silence for a long time. And the day after, I'll go back and I'm like, I'm actually happy though that I can still like kind of ride this like roller coaster and still have some of that like fandom in me. And that even when I'm watching my favorite teams, it's not just like, oh well, like they didn't execute here and here. So like,
facts.
Like
That's me.
what you know,
I don't
like,
give a fuck when the Lakers
like
lose.
I'm happy that I can still, tap into that emotion of it.
Yeah. But nevertheless, you'll be harassed online. Comes to the territory.
Listen.
You stop recording me. I'm like, nope, comes to the territory.
The price to pay.
Which one of you guys would survive the longest if you all got stranded on an island together, and who would die first?
Me.
Abiso's dying first. He's not going to walk too much. He's not going to want to scavenge enough for food.
Yeah.
So we're going to sacrifice him. Sorry, got to go.
I think I could survive without food for the longest, probably.
I disagree.
Because I'm the biggest. I have more meat on my bones compared to two of you guys.
I think the
And I
hunger. I think
fasted
I think the hunger will get to you first.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think I
The
can't.
way your stomach be grumbling, you don't believe that yourself too.
But understand, it's like that on a consistent basis. I'm used to it.
Yeah, but it
know,
grumbles
I'm
for
used
a
to
reason. That's alarming, though. Don't you think so?
I'm used to it. No.
Yeah, no. I think strictly based off of like I feel like I'm bigger.
If I
so
handed you 2 sticks right now, can you make a fire? No, you can't.
Can
Two
you?
sticks?
Can you?
Yes.
With 2 bear sticks.
Yes.
This brother's lying out your ass.
That is the biggest lie he's ever said in his fucking
What are you
life.
talking about?
Yo,
Yes.
2 bear sticks, 2 dry
Yes.
sticks.
I
Yo.
will give you
Real Boy
$100
Scout?
if we can go outside and you can make a fire.
Yes.
I will give you $100 if you go outside, you make a fire. You don't even gotta bet me anything. If you can make a fire with 2 sticks and nothing else,
brother.
Listen, I need life and death situations. Y'all give me about 4 hours. I'm
Nah,
happy.
looking at bad
Hold on. Let me finish the statement, though.
Okay.
Give me about 4 hours. Fire gonna be made. Fish gonna be caught. Dinner's gonna be had. We're gonna be fine.
That's insane.
You want
lie.
sushi? Hamachi crudo on the island? I got you. This is what we're on.
I have no idea if I'd survive on an island. I'm a complainer. So I don't even know. But I know when to complain to you. I'm a big complainer, but I'm also a big lock-inner. Where like if I gotta do what I gotta do, I'll just lock in. But I will complain about it. I don't know how that translates to being on a deserted island. I don't know if I'll just die and be a baby.
I'd probably kill you because you complain too much. You gotta go first, honestly. It'll be me and you. You gotta just constantly be spitting too much. Bro.
I will. My feet hurt. I will bitch and moan about it. But if I gotta live, I gotta live. I think I can lock in.
Yeah, we'll set you
I'm
up on
the
a booby
opposite.
trap.
I'm half Isaac.
Really?
I'm gonna complain. I ain't moving, dog.
You won't lock in? Nope. Yeah. I think I'm good at like if something's gotta be done, it just gotta be done. What am I gonna do about it? But yeah, you're gonna hear about it. You're gonna hear some binging.
Yeah.
For Donovan, I know you like expressing yourself in the kitchen. So I'd like to ask, what is the most complicated meal you've ever done?
That's a good question.
Complicated? I don't know if like complicated is the right thing. Like there's stuff where it takes a long time. So like I like doing stuff like I've made some jerk chicken before where it's been fun. Like I'll get the whole chicken, like cut it down before, dry brine it the night before, and now make the marinade. Go out. I bought the very specific types of pimento chips that you need to have it be like jerk chicken, smoke it. Like I've done that. That's been fun. I'm working on some in the summer. I'm also doing the same thing. I'm gonna be making lobster rolls in the summer, and I'm doing the same thing with with the lobster, where I'll go down to the store, get the live lobster, and take it down like piece by piece. So yeah, I don't know if complicated is the thing, is the word.
I was under halfway. That was hella complicated. I got lost. Last question of this segment of the show. David from Texas says, I remember when y'all were doing this pod over video call, Mo had a rat infestation. And when Don crashed out at Wilt, one question I want to ask you is, what was the worst day y'all had filming the pod and what happened?
I think
There's a couple
I can
answers.
think of 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
There's a couple answers.
okay, so I think I know where you guys are going.
Say each individually.
That aside, I think it's what you're alluding to.
Yeah,
but
mine's
for
the worst.
me
But say from your
personally,
perspective.
I think that the worst day that I personally had on the pod was when we were live. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a live stream, and then all of a sudden, my camera just convulses and explodes. That's
It
one of the.
exploded.
It explodes, but
fell.
I had like with the way I was in New York, so I had like a small room set up and had to like really finesse my way into getting the perfect angle. And storage is like terrible at that point in time.
Yeah.
So I had a wardrobe dresser right behind my closet, and then I had like a couple suitcases stacked on top. It never fell at any time ever before that. And all of a sudden, while we're in midway through a talking point, camera just like I hear like a slight shh, and the next thing you know, all of my suitcases just tower, and it literally obliterates my camera. Camera was fine and all that, but it was just like such a jarring moment. Like people thought I died. It was the craziest shit ever.
Donovan.
We had a couple moments where either like my Wi-Fi was just trash and like nothing was uploading. There was one time where I had a trip. I was going somewhere like the Thursday, like immediately after we recorded, and I left my thing uploading, but for some reason like my Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I had to call my sister to like drive over, pick up the laptop, go take it to her other friend so that she could upload over there. Like that's been something. But there's been twice where my file has been corrupted when we were recording remotely because I've taken the SD card out too fast and didn't let it just like stay on there real quick. And so then try to send it, whole 3-hour pod corrupted. Yeah. And you send it over, try to see if you could fix it, can't fix it. Next thing you know, we got to wake up 6:30 in the morning to record by 7 because we recorded on Thursday night. Episode has to go out on Friday. So now we have to re-record and have the exact same conversation that we just had for 3.5 hours, TikToks and everything at 7 a.m. And get that out at like 3 p.m.
Who consistently had the worst Wi-Fi during the remote era?
Mo had the worst. Mo had the worst Wi-Fi. I had more like issues, I think. But again, it was two.
Don fucked up his camera a lot. Mo had terrible Wi-Fi.
Two.
Yeah, the area I lived at, the Wi-Fi situation was fucking horrible in Harlem, bro. They only had one.
That's tough.
Yeah, Mo ended up having to. We got a situation set up where Mo would be in New York, in like Uptown, whatever. Yeah. And we were finished recording, and he would have to Uber down or just go down to the BR offices and upload from there.
Damn.
Because that would have been faster than just uploading the file. Because again, we're all recording in such high quality. Yeah. We're uploading 80 gigabytes of film every week. And so there were times where he's just mopping around New York at 11 o'clock at night
to upload files.
No, literally, bro.
That's tough.
Literally.
I have 2 horror stories, production horror stories that both were all-nighters I had to pull to get the episode out on time. First one was this 2024 draft week in New York? Is that what it was?
Yes.
For 2024, the shows with House of Highlights, we're doing stuff with them. We did a stream on the first day of free agency, which must have been like July 4th or something, or July 2nd?
July 1st.
And then the NBA, no, it wasn't free agency. What was it?
It was
the draft.
The draft was first on like June 25th, June 26th. And then we stayed around for the free agency thing, and then we were
That's what it was. Okay, so the draft was on, let's say, June 26th. And then the free agency first day was on July 2nd. We stayed in New York for the whole week. It was really cool. Actually, great opportunity. I got to live in Soho for a week. It was really cool. Really small hotel, but we were in that area for a week, so we stayed between those streams and didn't have to fly back and forth. Crazy expense on the HOH dime, but it was dope. We were in Soho for a week. We did those streams for them. In between that, obviously, we had to record an episode and post it. We recorded it from the Bleacher Report office, a setup that isn't our normal setup, obviously.
Oh my God.
With cameras, our normal cameras, because obviously normally we have our own cameras and we do things my certain way. We can handle recording the raw files and then giving them to me because I have a certain system in place to do it, right? We recorded with their system in the HOH office that is usually built for not instant turnarounds. It's built for like studio shows. It's usually like for like live streaming, not even recording. So them recording locally at 4K caused the files to be gigantic. They were like even bigger than we usually record them in. And they had to like export them to a setting that fit what I needed for. I was under the impression that would be done like instantly because it's bigger, better studio. It would be faster than I usually do and it wouldn't be an issue. We can get it out the next day like we normally do in between our recordings of their streams and stuff. And it would be cool, right? Keep in mind, I'm in New York, not my home. So my setup is a little weird. All I have is my laptop. We record the show, finish recording like 4 p.m. I expect at 4:30, I can have the files on my computer ready to edit. Said, nope, it's gonna take a couple hours. Said, okay, went and got dinner, came back at 7 p.m. Yeah. They were like 15% done.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And I was like, what? I come back at 10 p.m. So now it's late. And our hotel was in Soho and the BR office is up by Times Square, right? Where's that?
It's in Midtown.
It's like Union Square.
Union Square, my bad. I'm not from New York, obviously. I went back up there at 10 p.m. The files had crashed.
Yeah.
I had to restart it.
This is not like an internet-based thing?
No, it's a hardware-based thing with a weird complex system they have for like studio shows.
That's insane.
I had to restart it. I said, oh my God. And the whole time, the communication with me is very poor because our producer working at the time, this isn't his show. He wasn't like, he didn't care that much.
Yeah.
He was out to dinner, texting me back slow. I don't know what was going on. I had to go back there at 10 p.m. Luckily, one BR employee happened to be there because he works a night shift doing this type of stuff. Yeah. He helped me restart it. Came back at 1 a.m. At 1 a.m., I'm Ubering from Soho to Midtown. Not from New York, never been there, by myself. The address of the BR office is, I think, 230 Park Avenue, South. I went to 230 Park Avenue North by accident at 1 a.m. I'm like, where the fuck am I? At 1 a.m., I'm tired, I'm pissed. We were up early. We were up late night before because we did one of those streams. Mm-hmm. No sleep. We had like 4 hours sleep night before. 1:30, I'm at the wrong Park Avenue. Then I got to go back to the BR office again, get there right that time. They still weren't done at 1 a.m. Mm. 3 a.m., I came back for the last time, once again, Ubering from Soho, and I got the files. Then I had to go back to the hotel room. I had to edit it, do the normal thing, which at that point took me like an hour and a half. Export the episode, stay up while it exports, which took like an hour and a half. So then I can upload the episode and make sure it's good on time with slow hotel Wi-Fi. I was up until 9 a.m. getting the episode up and made a thumbnail, scheduled and everything. It came out, No, I went to sleep because I had to export because it took so long. And I woke up at like 9 or 10 a.m. after I slept for a few hours and then uploaded it. Hotel Wi-Fi was real slow. So the Wi-Fi didn't get the episode uploaded until like 2 p.m. So the episode was a couple hours late than what it normally would be. But I had to pull essentially an all-nighter going back and forth across New York the entire time. Mm-hmm. I've never been to any of those places. And it's 1 a.m. and nobody's texting me back.
Yeah, I remember because I was around and I actually popped in just to like see what the fuck was going on.
The 10 p.m. one you showed up at the hotel and at the office, and I was like, go home, bro. Nothing you can do.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on right now, man? Like, why are you still here? I was just so confused. That shit was crazy. I remember that night.
And the episode got out.
Was it a 1 out of 10?
I don't remember.
What was it? I don't remember the topic. Probably not at that time of the year. Probably not.
All of that for a 10 out of 10.
All that just for it to get out.
Yeah.
And yeah, the episode was late. And that happened again, by the way. Just as bad in Chicago. So that was 1 or 2 times that happened. It happened again 4th of July last year in Chicago. This is our first year all living here. We had our friends come out. All of our college friends came to visit for 4th of July. We were hosting. July 3rd, we recorded the episode where we reacted to free agency and all the free agency signings. It was the episode with Kenny. If you go back and watch last year's episode with Kenny, where we graded every single free agency signing, we recorded that on Wednesday. Which camera was that? Donovan's solo cam. It's fine.
Here we go. It started again.
Yeah, the camera turned off. It didn't matter. We recorded that on Wednesday with Kenny. No, he came for 3 hours. So obviously he has a busy life. The fact we can get him here is like very gracious from him. Can't waste the opportunity, right? He's here. We record. I start editing the footage afterwards like normal. Every 4K camera, put it on my hard drive. I accidentally pull my hard drive out too many times without properly ejecting it, and I corrupt all the files. I corrupt all the files.
Yeah.
Tough.
How'd you get them back?
Now I'll tell you the story how I got them back.
Yo, Kenny, I'll drive you back. The bills to
That was we recorded him on July 3rd. It was supposed to go up July 5th. We recorded a little bit early to move around the schedule, right?
Yeah.
July 4th, we were on a boat with our friends, and I know my files are corrupted. And the night before, I started this. We have a friend that's a really, really tech smart and like had a good program to uncorrupt files.
Yeah.
I started it the morning of July 4th. I'm on the boat the whole time. Everyone's having fun. I'm just like, oh my God, I hope these files are fixed when I get home.
Yeah.
They were not. We went back. It didn't work. We did a bunch of different ways to uncorrupt files, which we've done before from the stuff Donovan was talking about before with the stuff where he messed up his cameras.
Yeah.
I had like uncorrupted files in the past. It just kind of fucks them up.
Mm-hmm.
I did that for the entire night. And I got the files uncorrupted by like 10 p.m. on July 4th. Mm-hmm. We weren't able to uncorrupt the wide angle though. So all we had was the solo cams.
Yeah.
So if you go watch the episode with Kenny, the thing you see the whole time is the angle with 4 solo cams. Like show it right now.
Right.
That's the whole entire episode with Kenny because we don't have this camera. This one stayed corrupted. So the episode came out. I got it out. That's fine, right? But because the files were strange and like uncorrupted and the coding was all weird in the files, I edited as normal. I hit export at like 10 p.m. It took me 13 hours to export that.
Oh my God.
Donovan lived in downtown Chicago at that time.
Yeah.
I live on the west side near like Bucktown and Wicker Park. I drove back and forth to Donovan's place from me to where he lives downtown like 6 times overnight because the next morning at 9 a.m. I had a flight to Texas to go see my parents.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Which I had to delay the flight to the next day because I couldn't get out on time.
Yeah.
It took 13 hours to export. I drove over the middle of the night to Chicago downtown like 7 times every 2 hours. And it finally got done at like 10 a.m. the next morning. I was able to upload it.
That's so tough.
So 2 all-nighters to get an episode out.
Yeah, these are the horror stories, bro, that literally no one knows about when it comes to like how we handle the process and how you like make sure everything is up to top niche quality and all that, bro. Like it's
And it was
terrible.
a Kenny episode. So I was like, I have to save this.
And
You can't
it's-
re-record it.
Yeah, exactly. We've only done like maybe 1 or 2 other episodes with Kenny before, and it was a banger. It was worth it. It was a banger.
Oh, yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah.
And it was a free agency reaction.
Yeah.
It was with Kenny. It was everything, bro. And when I woke up, because I mean I was blanky mode. I was asleep. And so like when
We're on a boat all day. Everybody was tired.
Yeah.
And so when I woke up, and I think almost like wasn't gonna go on the thing, and I was like, bro, listen, like at this point, like it's gonna be late. It is what it is. Like just come on. And I woke up the next day, and our friend he was telling me everything that was happening. He's like, bro, Isaac was here at like 1, 3, 6. I think I had just woken up, and I saw Isaac like walking out the thing. I was like, you're still here? And he was like, dude, I've done back and forth. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see you next week. Like you just have all the time that you need. That time legitimately was ridiculous because every like 45 minutes, something new would happen.
Yeah.
I think like one of the times that you try to export it, it crashed again.
Oh, yeah.
And
So my
you had
computer
to-
crashed a couple times. I had to use Mike's computer because he had a better MacBook than I did at the time. So I had to restart a couple times and use a better computer. Still took 13 hours to export.
Yeah.
And everyone's just on a yacht.
Everyone's asleep at his apartment because people were sleeping in the living room and I was just coming in and out all night.
Yeah.
Everyone was dead as fuck because they were hungover because they were on a yacht all day in the sun.
Yeah.
And I'm just there all nighter. I had like 3 Celsius that night so I could stay up. So I had to drive all night. It was crazy.
We in
Intense,
Miami
man.
turning up another night. For Isaac, apparently.
But the episode has like 300K views, so it was worth it. It worked out in the end. The first one wasn't worth it. The second one with Kenny was worth it.
Yeah.
I think the first one was probably more irritating.
Yeah, because I was in New York. I don't know where the fuck I was.
Yeah, way more. So many like hoops that were unnecessarily had to be like, jumped through.
Going to the wrong address would have sent me over the edge.
Yeah.
I was like, where am I?
Going to north instead of south, that would have been
Yeah.
it.
That happened to us at LA. That was funny.
Oh, yeah, we went to the party.
Spotify.
Yeah, we were going to a Spotify party in
First
LA.
of all, that was not a case of us putting in north instead of
Yeah.
south. That was a case of somebody giving us a fugazi address off rip and us getting dropped off, and the Uber driver being like, "Is this where you guys are supposed to be at?"
So we went to at All-Star Weekend in LA a couple months ago. We got invited to a Spotify
that
party.
was whack.
The
That
Spotify
really
rep that gave me the address gave me the complete wrong address. We got dropped off. It was a construction site next to a bus station
I didn't even know that.
on Figueroa Street, that a little bit south of West Hollywood. There's nothing there. You pull up and it's literally a construction site with nothing. And that's what you said. The driver was like, "Are y'all for real?" And I was like, "I guess." And it was a whole other part of the city.
Anybody could have kidnapped us that
Oh
night.
my god! I
were
would have
a
thought it was a
walking
setup,
lick.
bro.
We were
That's
a walking
crazy.
lick.
We were in mid city just looking lost.
I had another friend that was trying to go that did the exact same thing. I'm like, God, someone gotta be fired tonight, bro. This is insane.
Yeah, it was like a complete different address with no similar numbers, no similar streets. It was 10 miles away. We went way more south towards like closer to the airport even, and we were like by West Hollywood. It made no sense how that address was given to us.
Oh my god, man!
Like I can't even like give them logic to say, "Oh, this number got messed up." There was 0 connections.
How far was it between the actual address?
Like 8 to 10 miles.
Damn,
Yeah,
It was
Nah,
a
that's
complete
whack.
Yeah, it was-
different part of the city.
it's whack.
yeah. But yeah, so those were that's the horror stories.
That's the horror stories.
Yeah.
And then and that happened a bunch of other times to smaller degrees. Like Donovan said, when the cameras got fucked up, you guys will never know. If you see there's a delay in an episode, you're wondering why. It's shit like that.
Yeah.
We just never tell you. But it's stuff like that.
Crazy, man. This is what comes with having
We
a
had some
pod, man.
times, man. We had some times.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get fired on my second episode.
That you're getting fired for what?
What happened?
You know how like after we record, we turn off all the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this camera right here? I turned it off before I stopped the recording.
Oh, yeah, you could have corrupted the file.
And I'm Isaac, I think you corrupted the file.
That's how I've done that several times. I'm like, oh, I think you fucked it. Like, luckily you didn't somehow, because this is a different camera than we usually use.
Yeah, it's
These
fine.
cameras are a little better at equipping for that. Yeah. But I did that one time. I corrupted a file on our Cam Johnson interview. I did the same thing. And luckily, I've had to uncorrupt files several times. I'm like, somehow I have these programs that you can uncorrupt a file pretty feasibly.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck do you even do that?
Yeah, I don't know how it works exactly. You you upload a file and then upload a file recorded by the same camera, and it like takes some of the data from the non-corrupted file and like repairs it.
Yeah.
Crazy technology.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't really freaking out when I thought you corrupted it. I was
I
like, fuck, now I gotta uncorrupt the file for 3 hours.
So it's my second day.
It's my second day out here. I already corrupted the file. All I was trying to do was turn off the camera. Help the guy out.
Imagine doing that in a Cam Johnson interview where you're like, fuck, I just destroyed a camera angle of Cam Johnson. I was pissed.
His camera specifically?
I think it was a wide angle. It's even worse.
Tough.
The most important angle.
Yeah.
Well,
And that is our episode 200 question and answers for you guys.
Yes. Let's go.
200 episodes.
200. We got 200 more.
Plus,
Plus.
one question said, how long do you guys plan to do the podcast? As long as I fucking can. As long as I can before we have to go back to regular jobs.
Till the end of fucking time if we can, bro.
Yeah.
What?
How long are y'all finna watch? You tell me. Let me plan accordingly.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to find out. I'd like to have some clarity.
Let us know when the views drop, man.
This
Let
is
us
the
know.
most uncertain job in the world. Like, who knows how long it's gonna last? This is unprecedented territory.
I feel like it'll probably last a smooth like 15 years, honestly. Just based off of what I've seen on other platforms and seeing other people and how they've navigated certain things. Not necessarily podcasts, because obviously it's new, but just like their forms of it. I think it's gonna last like at least 10.
What do
We'll
people
see.
usually do after the 15 that you've seen?
They die.
Because sports media is for old people.
They die.
That's our part. There's no like examples of sports media where someone at 23 starts a
Yeah.
podcast and it lasts for so long, like throughout their lives. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. They start when they're they get on TV when they're 60. It's
Yeah,
different.
like
Yeah.
going back to what you said, it's the closest thing is like maybe Bill Simmons and
You either
Zach
become
Lowe.
Bill Simmons
Yeah.
or you fizzle out.
Yeah,
It's like,
but the best like
We'll figure out the
comparison
in-between.
that I've seen is like the starters. Like they are all three still together, obviously, and they're not on NBA TV no more. They have their actual show, and they've been doing it for like 20 years.
Yeah,
bro.
but just know I'm
So-
not going to drag the shit when it's a dead product. When it's ready to go, it's going to go. I'm not going to be on our last legs out here. Give me a galaxy. Give me a galaxy. That's not going to be
What
us.
the fuck?
We're not going to be on TikTok live asking you guys for peaches and roses and galaxies. Once it ran its natural course, it'll hit a natural end.
Yeah,
What's the indicator? You doing a subathon all of a sudden?
subathon.
When it's time to go, it's time to go. We'll do something else.
Yeah,
But
We're not
hopefully it's
even
not for a
live.
long, long time. I'm thinking, hopefully it's not for at least 10 years total. This is year 4. So hopefully we got a good 6 left in us.
it's
6
year
plus.
4. Fuck, man, time is flying.
Yeah. Well, this is year 4. It hasn't been full 4 years yet.
Yeah.
But we're in the middle of year 4.
That's crazy.
So like 3.5 years.
God damn, that's crazy.
just know we will have a TD3 cologne coming out in the next 2 years. I will need you guys to buy that. We will have the clothing brand coming out in 4 years. Get on that as well. We're going to be layered.
The label?
Oh, yeah, the music
TD3
label
record label.
in 10 years.
I'm finna sign artists to 360s.
Oh, my
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm finna scale
That's
my
the play
peers.
after the 15 years right
Let's
there.
go. I'm gonna
crying.
start predatory deals. We're gonna become podcast landlords. We're gonna become scum.
Listen, if you see TD3 Records, understand the game. Let us
TD3
rock.
Records.
Let us
I had
rock.
to scam an 18-year-old. I'm sorry. It comes with the territory. I had to ruin someone's life.
Just saw a lot of talent in a budding
But they got a
artist.
chain, so
Oh
it's
my
okay.
gosh.
They got the flex on their peers back home.
That's it.
Everybody
Y'all scare
wins.
me, man.
We get millions. They get an iced out Cuban link. It's fine. You pay your dues.
That shit's so cool.
If you make 2 hits, you can get out the 360 contract.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If you get 2 hits.
That's what we tell them up front.
Exactly.
Now when the 2 hits happen.
You're giving them too much inside info.
With that being said, that's the end of the Q&A. Let's hit a quick transition before we talk about the NBA news roundup of the week to round out this extra long Monday episode that's just as long as a regular Thursday episode.
Damn.
It's now time for us to talk about the biggest news stories in the NBA since we last talked on Thursday's episode. It is only right that we start today's episode, or today's section of the show, by talking about the newest potential MVP of the league. Victor Wembanyama has gotten a surge in MVP discourse. NBA.com's updated MVP ladder has him in first place over Shea. The betting odds make it seem like kind of comes down to whoever gets the number 1 seed. How do you guys feel about this rise in discourse of people wanting to make Wemby the youngest MVP ever?
This
not
is,
gonna
I
lie.
mean, they're roller skating on it.
I don't like
They're
it.
roller skating on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. at all.
Like Soul Train doing the splits down the line.
Wow.
It's a lot.
Soul
it's-
Train.
it's-
Whoa.
It's a lot.
It's creative.
They hit him with lateral movement.
They are hitting him with lateral movement. It's a bit much. Like I have been on the train of like I think Wemby should be above Jokic in the discourse. I agree with that. I think that he has been more impactful than that. But one of the things that people keep pointing to, obviously, like the defense is amazing for Wemby and the offense is coming along. And they're like, the Spurs in the last like 25 Wemby games, they're 23-2 or 24, right? Whatever the number is. Guys, that's happening right now. Do you remember at the start of the season when the Thunder were 24-1?
Yeah.
So you have identical stretches in the season of these like great long runs by these teams highlighted by these players. They cancel each other out. So now let's talk about the season at large. Let's talk about everything that Shea has done, where I do feel like, especially at this point, Shea has to like lose it. And there are certain moments in MVP years or just in seasons in general where the guy who had it at the beginning of the year might have like a 2-week slump. We've seen that from Jokic where he's had like three weeks, before where it's just not up to par. And then you can say, okay, you allowed somebody else to get in. I don't feel like Shea has had a drop off to where he has allowed Wemby to get into the conversation more so than Wemby has risen above everybody else.
Yes, exactly. I agree. I think this is shameless because not shameless on Wemby's end. There's none that he did wrong necessarily. I think it's just about how this conversation has developed over time. Going back to what you said, there's no drop off in Shea's game at all. And I'm like 110% on board for having Wemby, specifically number 2. Jokic, yeah, he dropped off. Yeah, like he over the last, 2 weeks or so, his 3-point percentage down the fucking drain. I think he's shooting like 90%. And also like the Denver Nuggets overall sinking overall, bro. Like they have not been a good product to watch over the last 30 or so games. So that's fair and that's fine. But in order to see like Wemby leap over Shea, I feel like nothing's changed substantially since the start of the year at all. Like there's been no new development in his game at all. He hasn't like overcame the stuff offensively that's been holding him back from people outright calling him like the best player in the world. Still, to this day, I haven't heard anyone call Wemby the best player in the world. And you don't necessarily have to be the best player in the world to win an MVP at all, but more so those conversations are leaned towards like Jokic, just has been for the most part, and now it feels like Shea overall has overcame that and he's viewed as that. And I don't even think anyone's called Wemby that just yet. So it's forced.
Y'all are hating.
I don't think I'm hating.
We're not.
Here's the thing. I do agree. Shea's the MVP. I think he will win MVP. I don't think the actual voters are going to do enough to go towards Wemby's side. That I think Shea has it solidified. He will be the MVP. I don't think it's ridiculous to suggest it's Victor Wembanyama. If the whole season we're saying, if you were saying he can be second, he can get this, I don't know, like sneaky sneaky MVP push. If they get the 1 seed, he'll have this sneaky second argument, all this stuff. We're kind of dancing around it by adding modifiers that he can be second place or just behind the favorite or whatever other verbiage you've seen people use. That means he's in striking distance of being the MVP. He's taken a legitimate leap in the second half of the season offensively. He is much better over the last 20 games offensively as a scorer than he was to start the year when things got a little iffy after a hot start. He truly is bending the game in a defensive way that we've never seen before, which is well talked about. He's completely good enough offensively, has completely enough impact. The on-off numbers all suggest it. The advanced data all suggests it. It's not in the same way as the guards that dominate the league, but he is one of the most impactful offensive players in the league. When I say most impactful, I mean top 10 to 12, whatever. And defense, he is so far ahead of everybody else that he bends the game in the same way Jokic does offensively, Luka does offensively, in a way that I know we don't normally give MVP consideration to like the best defenders. He's different. He's better than the best defenders of the past decade while being way more offensively suited than the other guys are. I think he has a legitimate case that if you tell me you are a voter with a real award vote, if you're Kendrick Perkins and you tell me you want to vote Wemby, I don't think that's outlandish.
If you vote Wemby MVP, I think one, and if you feel this way, cool, but I'm gonna need you to stand on it moving forward. If you vote him MVP, you are stamping that right now in this moment he is the best player in the world.
And do you think that's a crazy opinion to hold? I think maybe I don't agree right now. I put him third or whatever. I don't think it's crazy to feel that way at all.
I would say for a majority of people, knowing how a majority of the people in the media operate and knowing the standards and the checkpoints that people normally require of people, I would say that for a majority of the voters, saying that and giving Wemby the vote would be would be different from what they've done
Okay.
previously.
I see what you're saying, and I understand that it is different because of many factors.
And he's different,
And
which
he is not
fair.
normal,
I know
precisely.
he's different, but I also think again, it's not like Shea has even stayed the same from where he was last year.
More
Shea
efficient.
has
been
also
better.
leveled up. He's also gotten better. And when you look at what he's done from a totality of a season, where obviously Wemby's case is primarily driven by what he's done in the second half of the year.
Not
And
just though. Not just that.
primarily, that's the first driving force. He's obviously been like good the entire year, but a lot of the points that people are making are mainly from the second half of the year. And so I'm just going based off of like what the arguments are.
They've been the 2 seed all year. So I know your point. He's gotten better
Mm-hmm.
offensively. I wouldn't put it that way at all. That makes it sound like he's having this like Luka type run where he gets substantially better the last 3 weeks. It's not that.
Well,
He's
I think a little bit, yes, because he did deal with the calf injury early on in the season, and we saw him be on even more of a minutes restriction early on. So I think in terms of seeing Wemby in like his full game, a majority of that has come in the second half of the year as opposed to the first half.
correct. You're right. He dealt with that in the minutes. And that's been a big talking point on Twitter of all the fans of all the guards coming together to slander him, saying, like Joel says here, when is the last time a player won MVP coming off the bench for 50% of the season? And they're saying he has less minutes played for the entirety of the season than LeBron James does, who's not available to win awards because he didn't play 65 games because he has been on a minutes restriction all year and doesn't average 30 minutes per game, averages 29, which would be the lowest of any MVP ever. I understand all that. And if that's what you hold against him and why he can't win MVP because he doesn't play enough minutes, okay, that means you're probably a games played type of guy and it means a lot to you. I am not. I don't care that much because he is the most impactful player in the NBA next to Shea and Jokic. All of those guys are bunched up at the top of all the impact metrics when he plays. I don't think it disqualifies him because his team elects to deploy him in a certain way that gets the most out of him. Giannis won an MVP with 30.7 minutes per game for similar reasons. Bud played him in short bursts because they know if they let him go a million miles per hour on both sides of the court, then take a rest, come back on the court, play a million miles per hour on both sides of the court again, that'll get the most out of him rather than him playing 36 minutes and being tired and not able to get the full effort. Part of it is load management because of injury. Part of it is that too for Wemby, that he truly is maximized in this way that's not inherently bad to me. When he's on those court for those minutes, he's incredibly impactful more than anybody else. If he played 36 minutes a night, he'd be unanimous MVP by the way he's playing right now. He's not, so now he's in the convo. That already kind of takes in some value of those minutes, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand, and if he did get those opportunities, I'm not going to sit here and say he wouldn't be unanimous MVP. His numbers as is offensively are like stunning. But over the last 15 games or 20 games or so, I feel like that's even overblown because I'm looking at his numbers right now. He's averaging like the same 23, 24, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting like 33% from the field or from 3-point line and 48 from the field. Like, I'm sure things do feel different, I will say, on the court, and the process just feels smoother. But overall, like that leap, at least statistically, offensively, again, only offensively, has not been there as much as it should be to warrant granting
That's
him a
because
case
you're just
over
looking-
someone like Shea.
That's
And I'm
not
just
the MVP
talking
case
about
for him.
Shea overall.
It's not about it's not just about his putting the ball in the basket though. His
Exactly, I
playmaking's gotten
agree.
better. The impact he has, the gravity he has, the roll man is truly crazy. The team is really ramping up because of that. Like everything comes together because of him. And like I saw people were doing the minutes thing, and I forgot who pointed it out. Somebody on Twitter. Yes, he's nowhere close minutes wise to the top guys. He's second in the entire NBA in total plus minus, which isn't per game. It's total plus minus in your minutes, which total plus minus isn't some stat that we're going to point to for anything meaningful in an MVP argument. But when you're looking at minutes and saying he doesn't play enough, that's a good stat to show that like it doesn't matter. He's still producing more than everybody besides Shea in those minutes. That means something to me. That kind of nullifies the minutes played argument to me.
It does, and that's why he's second. Like he's better. He's better than everybody. I think than everybody outside of Shea this year. And like Shea has sat multiple fourth quarters as well, and he's had some minutes taken off of his load. I think you look at what Shea has done as a clutch player this year, and he's gonna win clutch player of the year because even if you go to NBA.com and you look at the numbers, like there's a group of people that are kind of close in terms of total points in clutch, and then there's somebody way above, and that's Shea.
Yeah.
And so I think that for a regular season stuff, I think games played, minutes played, all that stuff, I think it does come into account a little bit more just because every single night being available for your team and being there for a team that also has gone through injuries upon injuries upon injuries.
Yeah.
And this is 2 straight years that, like, we're going to look up and the Thunder are going to have the number 1 seed. And this is 2 straight years that they're going to do that with having holes in their roster for weeks at a time because one of their core members is out. And one of the main constant and the constant for that team is Shea. Shea and his scoring. And the number that you always point out about his efficiency and his true shooting percentage and how, like, we only get this from, you know, all-time seasons and from big man. He's shooting that as a guard. What Shea's doing and the level that he's gotten to this year, I do think that it separates him. Even for if you think there's the slightest margin because you want to put Wemby at 2 or you think that he can be 1, that's fine. I think ultimately though, Shea has not done anything except for get better. Yeah. And we were having conversations a week ago about is he the best player in the world? I think he should get the MVP.
I agree. Yeah, if I had to vote, I'd give it to him as well. In some part, this is what happens every year when somebody's a clear favorite for so long. People get bored and want to give it to somebody else and start a conversation. I just think this is a little bit more worthy than past examples of that. Or
that's fair.
Like,
that's very fair. I agree.
Really, the only thing I'm saying is that, like, if you believe this and want to vote him, it's not a wasted vote. It's not silly. It's not slandering Shea or just hate. Like, I think he's a very worthy secondary candidate. His case is very different, and I value Shea and everything he's done. To everything you said, I agree with. Season from start, season to end, dealing with the injuries. He's the MVP. But I think the uniqueness of Wemby's case, the uniqueness of him as a defender, the uniqueness of him as a on-ball gravity type of player that can be a screen setter, a floor spacer, a slasher, all the things he does that are so unique. Mm-hmm. If you want to say that culmination of things gives him a unique MVP argument that others don't have and maybe looks a little weird compared to past cases, I don't think it's doing too much at all.
Yeah, I can agree to that, but also I see someone like Shea and I see the uniqueness within his story as well. And going back to what you said, like just not having a consistent, complete roster throughout the entire year. Lou Dort been having injuries, Caruso been in and out. Of course, Isaiah Hartenstein's continuously in and out. His second best player in J-Dub has continuously been trying to find his way through and through. They literally had to make an in-season trade because their shooting was, surprise, in fucking hell. But nonetheless, like Shea just continuously literally gets better off of his MVP season last year and is more efficient player all around the field, bro. That just doesn't make any sense. With all the changes that's been happening around him, he just remains consistent. I think he's MVP.
Yeah, I agree. And but I do think Wemby's definitely second. And obviously, Jokic fans hate that. Luka fans hate that. They're ganging up to point to the minutes thing as the main thing. People are mad. People smell the blood in the water. They smell the Wemby era here. Kind of mad their faves are getting passed up.
I think what's jarring is how fast it's happened and how like the Spurs overall are like a legitimate contender. I feel like that's, for me personally, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me personally, that's been like the more shocking thing.
Yeah, I'm mad.
How about this? Was it shocking? Zoom in for me.
Look at that technique.
Technique? What kind of technique we talking?
Break this down for us, please.
You see his hands? He has big hands.
All right, man.
I'll say that's what I do, man.
That's enough.
Listen, bro.
But no, it is strong.
It's real value.
It is unique the way he's coming up so fast. And people were like,
yeah,
you guys are ready to crown this guy. He hasn't done anything in the playoffs and so forth, which to some degree I understand. If he does go out sad, he will get slandered for it. That comes to the territory of being hyped up so fast.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exactly surprising that he has an unprecedented rise after being an unprecedented prospect, an unprecedented rookie, unprecedented second-year player. Now he's an unprecedented third-year player. Mm-hmm. Kind of stands to reason.
Yeah, that's
y'all tripping, man.
On what?
Sometimes you do gotta bounce on it. Sometimes you gotta look like Tiana Trump. That's my MVP.
You know what? Fair
is my MVP.
You know what? You've never told me anything about you other than the fact that you are Kinky Souls. So you're telling me that you are who I think you are. So I can't even be mad at you for saying that. That's not ridiculous to say. That's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
Sometimes you gotta bounce. You gotta prop up the stars of the future. You know what I'm saying?
And you've made that clear from day one of you on this show. So I can't not get mad at you right now. I can't even laugh at you right now.
No,
because you are true to self.
I am.
Not everybody can say that.
I really do have Wemby as my MVP though. Like,
I really do bounce on it. I'm not lying.
Yeah. I look like Tiana Trump sometimes.
Yeah, okay,
well, B, this is a basketball show, man. You trying to get it, please.
He's one of the best players in the world. Like, we can stop saying soon, maybe next year, he's like top 5, whatever. Earlier in the season, I said, when we were doing our predictions episode, I made some like half-hearted prediction where we're just talking, where I'm like, I'm feeling a Wemby type run where we say definitively he's the best player in the world after this postseason. Mm-hmm. We're right on track for that.
I don't feel like, again,
but that's different from MVP odds. I understand.
Yeah, and even anything that anybody's saying about best in the world, I'm not shocked by any of it.
Mm-hmm.
We were saying this the day he walked in.
Yeah.
We've been expecting
Before he
this.
walked in.
Mhm.
Yes, we've been expecting this. So the rise or anything or the thing of saying that he's the best in the world, that's not crazy. When you look at the NBA as a whole, the craziest part about it is, hey, there's another guy who has just leaped everybody. Like Jokic is averaging. Jokic on any given night is gonna go out onto the court and he's gonna get you 30, 15, and 9.
Mm-hmm.
30, 15, and 9, and do it all the time. And we're gonna be like, yeah, you're actually getting passed up right now.
That's crazy.
There's actually another guy who every single night he's gonna get minimum. The floor is 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do that. He's gonna be as efficient as possible. He's gonna go win a title with the team that not only once again is dealing with all these injuries, just a broke offense. They won a championship last year because of their defense, because they got timely offensive production. But that was the Achilles heel for the Thunder last year. And it's the same thing this year, where every single time we look at their team and we look at the roster and the people that they're putting out onto the floor, we're like, I wish you had just like a little bit more offensive juice. That's why you ask for things from Chet Holmgren of like, can you put the ball on the floor a little bit more? That's why the AJ Mitchell ascension has been so key for them. You ask Casey Wallace, can you do a little bit more off the dribble? Can you do a little bit more attacking closeouts? All of this stuff.
Spo watching Bam try and guard Wemby after all that DPOY talk you chatted about pregame.
It's a great clip. You have all of this stuff that is going on with the Thunder, and Shea's at the center of everything. And I don't think that he has done anything to drop in standings at all.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's the fourth video we made in the past 2 years, being like, Wemby's here, Wemby's here, Wemby's here. Beginning of last year, we said, oh, damn, Wemby's a top 10 player. Beginning of this season, after the first 3 games, we said, damn, Wemby's a top 5 player. Now here we are. Wemby's a top what player? Maybe 1. People are starting to feel that way, and it's not ridiculous.
Well, let's have this conversation after June.
Yeah.
Like once the playoffs are fine, and we've said this before, not that any of us, I don't think anybody in the world, unless you like super, super hate Wemby and the Spurs, I don't think anybody is thinking, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna flop. He's gonna fail. No, we think that he's gonna go in and do all the stuff that he's been doing and change playoff series and lead the Spurs moving forward. That's fine. We just need to see it. It just has to be done. It's a prerequisite.
Yep.
And you just have to complete it. You're gonna get an A+ in the class anyways. You just have to get the credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Kind of feels like only teams that have a chance to win the finals now. Thunder, Spurs, Celtics.
I agree.
Yes.
I hate it so much, bro.
It's really a 3-team race to me.
Dude, you know what I feel like
Knicks.
the worst about right now?
Fuck no.
Hell no. Yo, what am I supposed to tell my
They
son?
gonna knock Boston out, and you're gonna be sad. Over
Maybe.
that.
I don't know.
But those West teams, I think, are giving them foot
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to see it again. I ain't gonna
in
lie.
hole.
Bro, what am I supposed to tell my son like 30 years from now that, in NBA history, we had this guy average like 30, 12, and 10, shoot like 40% from 3, got no MVPs in both of those years. That just feels so
you talking about Luka?
great. No, Jokic.
Oh, Jokic.
30, 12, and 10.
Both of them. The fact that
Yeah.
they're both knocking MVPs with
I
the
thought
numbers
you
they
were
had.
talking about
the past
Jalen
years.
Johnson.
What the fuck?
I thought you were just naming numbers.
Jalen, 30? Third? Bruh.
I can't remember.
Listen, man, racism will be going all year long, bro.
So
What?
these 2 seasons are going to be the best offensive seasons of all time that not win MVP for sure. Is Luka going to be the best player to never win an MVP? Wemby is here.
Maybe, bro.
Luka, I think he's going to be the best player of all time to never win an MVP.
Well,
That's crazy.
Is he third on y'all's ballot right now? Would
The
he be
Luka?
third
Sure.
over Jokic?
Sure, whatever.
You don't care about it?
I don't care at
know.
all about going down
Third
the
is
ballot.
like, third is like, all right, him.
After 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, sure, why not? Sure.
I mean, listen, if you are third, you can call that your MVP year.
True. If you have nothing else
Yeah.
going for you like Paul
Paul
George.
You guys are
That
slandering.
it matters.
See
It
what
matters.
For me, it's whoever solidifies that third seed. Yeah, you can call him third for that year. I don't care.
Who's the best player to never have an MVP right now?
D Wade right now, I think.
Luka's like that's possible. He could take that chain.
Yeah, 09 D Wade.
Yeah, I guess it's a good example. Or just like for a career, like the best player all time to never win one. So all the top 10 players have one.
All the top 15 players.
it's gonna be-
Probably the top 20 players have one.
Yeah, so it's probably around that like 25 range. It's probably D Wade.
Man, I think
KG
Luka's probably going to be a top
won
25
Dirk.
player.
Yeah.
Or at worst, he'll be top 30. He's going to be where James Harden is at worst, I think. Which is like, I think people rank him around 30, 35.
Poor guy. What the fuck is he gonna have to do to win MVP, bro?
Lock
Average
in for a season.
I don't know.
Get a 1 seed.
Yeah.
Probably. Get a 1
Yeah,
seed.
that's it.
You have a full
Yeah.
season of being the best team in the conference.
Because clearly stats ain't it.
Yeah.
We know that.
In the post James Harden, you can blame James Harden. In the post James Harden era, people are done awarding heliocentric stats that don't necessarily translate to the degree your peers do as 1 seeds or whatever. People are done with 30, 10, and 10 being automatic MVP. You got to have some wins with it.
Yeah.
I love that old tweet that was like, we call it heliocentric now. Miss when we just called them ball hogs.
You know what?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, if the Lakers come on next year and they're the 1 seed, wire to wire, at least in the conversation for the 1 seed, like the Spurs are now, and maybe they get within a game of it, but they're neck and neck for a whole season. That's what Luke has to do. He's never done that before.
Yeah. That's crazy. He ain't getting that shit, man.
I don't know if maybe LeBron comes back from the minimum next year, have his farewell tour because Bronny's playing now, and we go out and we get Isaiah Hardenstein.
LeBron
and,
is about his
Peyton
luck.
Watson.
He's
You're a
never
good
taken
writer,
the minimum.
man.
I know.
You got skills.
Sounds
Your
good.
pen works.
So Peyton Watson's coming. They got a salary dump Cam Johnson to pay him, so maybe we get Cam Johnson for free instead of Peyton Watson. LeBron for the minimum, another defender. Tari Eason is playing like shit. We can snag him for $25 million a year. Say we can fix him.
Wow.
That's actually, I think, could very much happen. That part.
Tari, yeah, I can see that.
Values in the gutter.
Yeah.
Give me Tari Eason, Cam Johnson, LeBron James.
Listen, man.
Year 3, Bronny is Pat Bev contributing. We can get a 1 seed.
Bronny looking nice, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I've never lost faith.
Yeah.
It's really like fandom faith where I'm
Yeah.
like, I want it to happen so bad.
Yeah.
It's happening.
He looks so good.
That jump shot looks good in the G League.
He made 1 3 in an NBA game, and it was a
Yeah.
highlight of the week. on
Yeah.
the internet. It looked good. All right, what's the next story after Victor Wembanyama? What else we got on the docket? Do we have more Bam beef type stuff?
Bam.
We have a lot of memes actually.
A lot of memes. Okay, show me all the memes.
It is a Chet related one.
Oh, great. The concept of flying 9,000 miles for Chet Holmgren, an Australian fan named Sky ED OKC, flew to OKC for a game and had him sign his jersey. I think he has a Chet profile picture.
Yeah.
Would you fly 9,000 miles for Chet Holmgren?
For Chet, no.
Who's the worst player you'd fly 9,000 miles for?
The worst player?
The worst player.
Would you fly 9,000 miles for Jalen Johnson?
For Jalen, I would.
Naturally.
He's the worst player, though. He's the only one. Anyone else? Nope. Can't do it.
What is on my screen right now?
Yo, that was like Alex Sarr, bro. What the fuck? That looks like Alex Sarr.
No.
Yo, who is this Senegalese man here? What the fuck?
You know who it looks like? I don't know if I should be saying this. David Nwaba.
Oh, I could see that too, man.
This looks like Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
Pull up Chet in
What the
blackface.
fuck?
Get this off my screen.
That's crazy.
This is straight blackface, by the way.
There's no other interpretation of it.
Oh man.
I told you to put a bunch of dumb stuff in there, bro.
Was talking hoops with some girls and forgot the M in MWA. M-
Oh man.
forgot the M in MNBA.
Oh shit.
And that's Beast's contribution to the news deck.
No, man, those videos are crazy.
Yeah,
Patrick
Patrick probably
Beverley.
cut it off right there.
Patrick Beverley is beefing with Dwayne Wade. Pat Bev went on his YouTube channel and he said that James Harden is better all time than Dwayne Wade, that he clears him. Dwayne Wade responded and said, "Don't you ever open your mouth to say anybody is better than me. You are nowhere close to better than me. You shouldn't even have the opportunity to say who's better than me." Was pissed. Pat Bev responds. Actually, no, this is the original one, right?
This is the original.
Okay, so this is the original quote. That's what happened. The original quote is, you're talking about a player that can score it, a player that can get to the free throw line,
D-Wade.
a player that can pass out the pick and roll.
Okay.
A lot of people were going to go under on a D-Wade pick and roll. I ain't gonna front, you feel me? A lot of people were letting D-Wade have that.
I ain't going front. You feel me? A lot of people are letting D-Wade have this.
So he's saying James Harden is a more versatile offensive player, better passer, more complete scorer. And where's Dwayne Wade's response? What did he say?
Nah, this is hilarious.
Well, I got the whole.
All right, don't do this one. Yeah, is there a quote of it?
Oh,
I love these so much. It's so interesting because seeing how players used to come at each other. Initially, it used to be like people coming at players and players being like, you know what? You never played ball a day in your life. Stay over there.
Hey, real quick. Don was laughing because I opened my timeline.
What is this?
Palin McCarron versus Toronto. PB no J. Lost by
man.
52.
Oh man.
Shot pie 3 for 14.
I didn't even read that.
Hey, so I just want to say, last episode, I decided to give Palabanco credit, and he came out and dropped a stinker. That is the second time it has happened this season.
Yeah.
Every time I elect to be nice to him in any type of ranking or young player thing where we kind of like evaluate a player, every single time I give him credit for proving me wrong, he comes out and proves me exactly right and stinks it up. I think I should stop being nice to him for his own good.
Or just be smack quick about it.
He's after me being
Just change my opinion every time.
Yeah, but you kind of have to because now we kind of turned the page, and I'm like overly hating. He's been that way too.
Now I'm the defender.
Yeah, so you kind of have to.
Anyways, this is Dwayne Wade's response to the Patrick Beverly quote. Listen to this.
I don't understand how you can have a conversation about me and state facts when you're not as good as me. Pat Bev came out and just talked about me. And James, another conversation with me and James.
Hey, James Harden is a better player than Dwayne Wade.
Pat just came out definitive. He was definitive. James Harden is better than Dwayne Wade. Stop. He was very definitive in his answer. And I was just sitting there like, okay, Pat, what's your facts?
Right.
To say that someone's better, or just come on and say what I personally like, the style of play that I like to see
That's a great way to
is
say
X, Y, and Z. Don't you ever fix your mouth to say nobody is better than me when you wasn't better than me. Like, you can't do that. Like, you're talking about a better player, you're talking about every aspect of the game of basketball. You know how good I was at a lot of aspects of the game? Everybody, if you got a moment, like...
You know what? Fair. And the issue is the definitiveness of the tone to say it's not a conversation. It's not low key. It's James Harden clears D Wade. That is definitely the wrong way to say that.
Yeah, he took it obviously a little bit personal, but I can understand that if you're gonna say something, like at least have like a built-out argument against that.
Yeah.
Say something thoughtful behind that. Tell me again what he said. Like what type of play style do you favor? What aspects of the game do you think is more valuable than me? Instead of just like, yeah, he better, bro.
Yeah. That's one thing. And also, know what I love? You say take it personal. It's different when it's coming from another player.
Yeah.
If I posted a clip in which I said James Harden clears the fuck out of Dwayne Wade and do happen to come across Dwayne Wade's timeline, he would not give a shit what I think. Some random dude in front of a mic, some random 5'6" Mexican in front of a mic, he's not going to care at all. But when it's Pat Bev, when it's a peer saying it that way, that's like, come on, you should know a little better than to be so definitive like that. You should know the different role you play in the ecosystem.
Yeah, Pierce a stretch, but
A player though, that at least a baseline level of pureness.
Yeah,
Yo, this
I
is the
guess so.
second time Pat Bev has got Lil Broed over the last year.
I mean, listen,
Last one was Trey Young. I don't know.
And this one's a real low, bro.
yeah.
You can't say anything about it.
listen.
Yeah.
I mean, the set looks different, but like the nonsense is still the same.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Did y'all see the drama behind the Pat Bev podcast situation?
Yes.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole
We don't
thing.
get into it. It's a whole thing.
Why he's doing it dolo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I saw.
I mean, there's a
about that,
reason.
how he separated.
kind of
Why is he talking about
He got some chargers and are surprised people didn't want to associate
Yeah.
them anymore.
exactly.
I got some bad
Fucking
news
with
for you,
me
buddy.
anymore?
I got some bad news how the world works for you, buddy. No. Next thing we have to talk about. Doc Rivers once again shows no accountability. Doc Rivers on the Bucks being eliminated from playoff contention. It's been disappointing, obviously, since I've been here. Should I do it in a Doc Rivers voice?
Go ahead. My favorite.
Since I've been here. I can't even do it. Since I've been here, I haven't had a healthy stretch.
Quit. After 3 words.
Hey, it's rough on the throat. I don't know how he does it. He has some serious throat just endurance to do that all the time. Since I've been here, I haven't had a healthy stretch, and it's been our key guys. It's been Giannis. It's been Dame. This year, having one quote-unquote star, nasty. Every other team has 2 and 3. Disgusting. We needed health. We were thin. All the talk and all that stuff probably didn't help either.
Come on, man.
Hey man, listen.
So it's having one star, it's having no healthy stars, and it's all the talk. Never once was it I didn't do good enough as a coach.
Just go back to playing golf and showing up on Bill Simmons' podcast. This is clearly not for you. Like if there was going to be one chance for him post Philly to get back and do all the things that he was doing, maybe show that you can still coach in the league. This would have been the situation. Clearly hasn't gone the way that you wanted, but he hasn't looked like he's had fun for the last year or so.
Yeah.
Bro, just leave.
Bro, they're so uninteresting and it's so wildly depressing. And hearing all the Bucks fans talk about it since, I don't know, like game 20, clamoring for him to be fired. He's done like nothing inventive at all other than creating new ways, inventive ways to figure out how to shit on his current situation and evade every single act of accountability. Creative on that front.
Shout out
Yeah,
to JJ
just-
Redick.
You know who else? Shout out to Nico Harrison, my guardian angel in this world that has changed my life for the better. Somebody posted a picture of him in an airport. Trading Luca made you go from private jet to public airlines. Tough, right?
No, that's
A little rude. Tough.
that's mean as hell.
He
Mean
could
as
have
hell.
been first class. Like,
Tough.
damn.
Yeah, he might be first class. Might be fine.
Yeah. How expensive are private jets? I think I heard like Shannon Sharp said
Mark
they're,
Cuban
like
reposted this.
100,000 or something like that. Oh shit!
Mark
That's-
Cuban reposted this. Is he his icon?
Nah, that's crazy.
Mark Cuban reposted this clip. Is this professional for Mark Cuban? Is this too uncouth?
No.
So Mark Cuban should.
Considering it's the worst trade in not even NBA history but sports history, yeah, you get that. The second that you leave the team, he can get that repost off.
Okay, so it's okay that you have to get this off.
Yeah, only on Nico. He's the exception.
Okay, so we can throw low blows on Nico Harrison. Well, that's for now. We've talked a lot about how the NBA is trying to solve their tanking problem, quote unquote. There's real issues that they feel are completely hampering the long-term growth of the game, and they will not stand until every team tries for 82 games. Adam Silver has some ideas. These are the 3 ideas being proposed for anti-tanking measures that will be voted on this coming summer at the Board of Governors meetings. Actually, no, it was on Wednesday. 1, 18 teams in draft lottery, so seeds 7 through 15 in each conference. Flattened odds with bottom 10 teams having an 8% chance. The remaining 20% odds distributed in decreasing order for 11 through 18, and a lottery drawing for all 18 picks. So basically expanding the lottery and doing what they did before, where they made it so the top picks had less of a chance, making them have even less of a chance and giving play-in teams equal odds to like the 10th seed.
Terrible. I hate that idea.
A little weird, right?
For shitter.
Second one, 22 teams in the lottery using 2-year records, which is seeds 7 through 15, like the one above, plus the 4 playoff first-round exits in both conferences. So 22 of the 30 teams in the lottery, and it's your record for 2 years in a row. Lottery teams would reach a minimum win total floor in each setting, such as 25 wins. If a team falls short of that floor, it gets slotted to meet the floor. So you don't get any credit for having worse than 25 wins. The best credit you can get is 25 wins. If you have 10, you get no better odds than somebody that's 25 wins. Top 4 drawn as part of the lottery as it currently is. That is so convoluted.
Yeah.
Did you even follow all that? I read it and I barely followed
Dude,
it.
the last 2 years, that's OD. That's disgusting.
That's the least OD part to me. That was so convoluted.
Yeah.
Yeah. At
I
this
have a
point,
theory that they're trying to NBA Cup all of this and just like put a bunch of rules that are so convoluted. NBA teams are just gonna play basketball and not care about their standings because they do with the NBA Cup. It's just like, all right, the cup's starting. Tell me when we're in Vegas, dog.
Yeah. Maybe it's a good theory.
Yeah.
Third
that-
theory.
that's good. I like that.
Thank you.
Good job.
Third option. 18 teams in a 5x5 lottery. Bottom 5 teams have equal odds for the top pick, with lottery formed for picks 1 through 5. Bottom 5 teams have a floor at 10. Those that fall out of top 10 get sorted into a separate drawing.
So I'm 2 things. One, I'm glad you're like saying all this because right now my eyes are moving, but I'm not reading it. It's
I'm
a
reading.
lot.
I'm barely taking it in.
It's a lot. We have 2 scenarios in which we're trying to fix the lottery, and you are still having a lottery at the top for the top 4. I think that like we are severely missing what is going on, and this is why we said don't trust Adam Silver when he feels like his back is up against the wall, because he is going to deliver some harebrained get rich quick scheme to try and fix the lottery, and nobody at this point feels good about these suggestions or about Silver and him being a part of the decision making process, and that's a problem. All of that stuff was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's so complex. Like
22 teams. The league has 30 teams.
Dude. What you're just making
22 out of the 30 teams are going to be
at that point, just do 30.
Yeah.
At that point, just make it so the lottery is not a traditional draft in which the worst teams get the top picks. At that point, just make it random. At that point, let everybody be in it. Whatever happens, fuck it. Maybe everybody but the finals teams.
And that's where you get to the situation where people are talking about like we're spinning a wheel and everybody gets a certain slot. We're already talking about super, super complicated ideas. If we're gonna do that, I'm with you. Let's go full chaos. I've seen
Turning the draft order into a TikTok game is hilarious.
that's what it's gonna have to be. Or else Adam Silver
gonna be on the podium doing a TikTok hook.
He's gonna play keep 4 cup for it.
Keep four cut for us, Chris.
Do a draft. Spin the wheel.
The only way to fix this.
He has the worst team. He's like, we're trying to build an 82-0 team.
He's doing a king of the fourth quarter rebuild. How to fix the Detroit Pistons in one offseason. Fuck out of my face.
Oh my gosh.
I think this shit is so belligerently stupid. I hate everything about this discourse. Everything about the fact that the NBA is identifying this as an issue that must be fixed with legislation. It's so goddamn bad in every regard. Everybody that talks about it online knows that it's overblown. This is not a real issue that needs to be solved. The tanking thing is overblown in general. If you're gonna solve the tanking thing, you can do it outside of lottery reform. The lottery is fucking fine. The only way to solve their tanking issue is to not have a lottery, to not have a system that rewards the best teams, the top picks. You got to completely dismantle it or accept the realities that come with that, because you need parity. You need the bad teams to get good, like every sports team does, every sports league, I should say, because that's how this shit works. If you're bad, you need good players or you'll stay bad. That's an accepted reality for every other major league in the fucking country. But for some reason, Adam Silver has to big brain it and try to find some amalgamation of in the middle things that will inevitably lead to nonsense that makes it worse, just like it has been since they changed the lottery odds and make it even harder to get out the gutter. It'll all lead to overcomplication, not solving the issue for fans at all, making people more feeling like they're tuning out the NBA because they understand it even less they did before. It's nonsense in its truest form.
Also, don't worry. Help is on the way. We have teams in Seattle and Vegas.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my gosh.
Ready to restore the competitive balance in the league.
More bad teams whose best players will be Jalen Williams and Jared McCain. More bad teams who
that are going to need good players. Oh, wait, they can't get them.
You're not allowed because it's unethical to want good players, actually, and you're bad for the game.
Nope.
It's so bad.
Bro, they're just trying to change the biology in the NBA. It's just literally like that. The flow of NBA teams' lifespan and what happens. That shit is crazy,
coming
bro.
back.
I feel like the easy
Paul
answer.
Skeens.
Not easy. There's no easy answer. Let me not downplay it like it's not complicated. I'm sure it is from a league office perspective. I feel like the only way to make everybody happy in terms of a fan perspective, while not ruining vital aspects of team building and parity, is to leave it as it is now and just have like subjective fines and subjective punishment for people that go overboard like the Jazz did, where you pull star players in the fourth quarter. You can be bad. Most of the teams that are bad right now aren't tanking. They're not taking out their best players in the fourth quarter and trying to lose that game. They're naturally bad teams who are at that point of their progression. You can do that. If you're rebuilding and you're winning 10 games because you have nothing but young players, so be it. That's part of the game. But then we come back and we see if you start Jaren Jackson, don't let him play the fourth quarter for no reason, we find you, we don't allow you to count that game towards your draft odds, whatever mechanisms in place. They have to just subjectively come in and stop teams from being dishonest.
There needs to be a tanking committee.
Yes.
And after every single, like the same way that they have the 2-minute report and all this, you have a committee that specifically goes back and says, is this team tanking? Is this team making a mockery of the game? And if that committee finds that you disrespected the game and you're tanking, then we start taking all these punishments. And you just gotta lay down the law.
You gotta subjectify it. You gotta make it the college football playoffs where nobody's happy with the subjectification, but the system is still in place and doesn't ruin it for people that need to rebuild.
It's time to be a leader, Adam. Step up.
Come on, man, please.
Step up. The league needs you.
It really does. The league really needs him to figure some shit out and do something other than maximize the dollar.
That boy's boxed. He is one tap.
Somebody get this motherfucker a chug jug. Did you see that Caleb Williams is going to battle with George Gervin for the Iceman name? Caleb Williams tried to trademark the name Iceman, a name that has come from this past season when he was very clutch and people put it behind Drake edits because Drake is being called the Iceman in his current era. Caleb Williams is a big Drake fan. Natural synergy. He is now the NFL's Iceman. He tried to put a trademark on it. George Gervin said, hell nah, there's one Iceman. I've been the Iceman for 50 years, young fella. I'm staying the Iceman.
It was so crazy seeing people on the other side of things and be like, George Gervin, who is he? And just everyone go out the bat and just showcase one, how good George Gervin is, and also how impactful league-wide in NBA history he's been to so many other players who like literally have shades of his game from him.
Yeah, Caleb Williams is doing a little bit too much.
Yeah. I understand it.
I understand him trying, but as soon as you see George Gervin's got it, you're like, fair enough. On to the next TikTok nickname.
You can call yourself Iceman. Trademarking it?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of too much.
That's a bit much.
That's when it becomes like a little bit lame.
Yeah, trademarking a nickname that you got from TikTok.
Yeah.
That you got off the piggybacking off Drake's nickname.
Come on now. And it's only been one season too.
You want to be like, do you want to be Drake that bad?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, Caleb.
Yes.
Big fan.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough.
Yeah.
Don't sound right. Don't feel right.
I got the ick.
We talked last week about LeBron James walking out of a record store, presumably holding a vinyl of the Fall Off like it's an accessory. And we talked about, oh my God, what is he doing? Is that performative? J. Cole told the story of why he had that record.
Somebody sent me the post or whatever, and one of the comments was like, "This is so performative," and I'm like, "Damn, that's up," because in reality, that was at the Heat game,
Was it
and he was bringing his vinyl
watch
because
this?
I was at the Heat game, and I asked him if he would meet my kids.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest getting into basketball, Bron is his number one, and I hit Bron, and he graciously said he would do it, and on his way, he had the Fall Off vinyl. He brought it so I could sign it. So it's like, thank you, Bron, for doing that. This man was doing me a solid, bro. That was the craziest feeling, like to see your kids like
Happy.
meet a superhero. That was my first time ever doing something like that, and it made me appreciate all the times that there was a father or something that had their kid, and I get to sign. I'm sure you know
Absolutely.
all about this. It's like I get to sign an autograph or take a picture. It's like, oh my God, like I hear the father in my mind. Man, I really appreciate this, bro.
Okay, so two things. One, shout out Bron, meeting J. Cole's kids. Cool moment for him. By everything he's saying, salute to Bron, being a good friend, meeting kids. I'm not hearing the part where he said it wasn't performative. He brought the vinyl so we can get autographed. He's still walking around with it after his autographed. Doesn't change the essence of why someone might call it performative.
Donovan, how does it feel that J. Cole saw your tape?
I don't think he saw stuff.
Listen,
No versus Bubble Man.
I'm gonna operate.
No versus Bubble Man.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Who
gonna
else
operate
said that
like
though?
you saw
Like
it.
verbatim.
Everybody.
I'm gonna say that he did.
Yeah.
What's your response?
Jermaine, what's good? What's good?
The response.
We have an open seat right here on the couch. Tell us why you don't think that was performative. In even more detail. Come on.
So yeah, I didn't hear any reason why it's not performative to carry it after an autograph. That's all I'm saying. Salute Bron. I'm okay with him being performative with the vinyl.
Also, we said it was performative, but we also said it was hard.
Okay.
It was hard.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard and performative.
And that is our news of the week to talk about. Last thing we do before we get out of here. March Madness is coming to a close. Just saw a crazy game-winning shot. What is the worst NBA team we can construct with current day players that could win March Madness?
All right. Does Cam Thomas count? He got waived. Is he-
He's not an NBA player. Sorry.
Look, you know what? Fuck it. Let's keep him because Cam Thomas would kill March Madness.
if you are in March Madness, everybody knows you need good guards. You need
Okay.
scoring guards.
Okay.
Cam Thomas is our go-to scorer. We play through Cam Thomas.
Okay.
That's our path to national
Please.
championship.
We need defense, a little bit passing. Can we get Aaron Gordon?
No, he's way too good.
I was thinking Devin Carter.
Devin Carter, Cam
Devin
Thomas.
Carter, Cam Thomas backcourt.
Okay.
Dude, that's so different.
6 years super seniors, they're locking down.
Okay. And obviously, we need grown men. We need strength. We need Thanasis Antetokounmpo at the power forward.
I don't know.
The strength of having a grown man does a lot against kids.
And he can
So put him at
he
the
can
forward?
fly over the college kids.
Okay, so we do need some guy who's like massive, who's the biggest center in the league, who has decent post.
Yes, we need someone that can block shots. I think that's important for a college game. No rim shots. You're going to have to outshoot us, which they're not going to do because they're college kids. So we need a good shot blocker. My proposal would be Taco Fall.
He's not
in the league.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
not in the league.
Yeah. Nah,
Okay, we
not
need
Taco Fall.
who's the worst shot blocker that can make his way to national championship glory?
Like
Like the Mias Keita, is he too good?
I think
I
he might
feel like
be a-
Kata, he might have leveled up.
Okay. Mias
Will
Keita
Zach
can't be-
Edey be cheating in this conversation?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Exactly who would be. He
If
ate
we-
college,
Zach is like
bro.
a college
If we put Jericho Sims back in college,
Oh,
Or
that's
Jackson
good.
Hayes.
Yo, Jackson Hayes would be a
we
demigod in
take all
college.
we take
What?
all of these Texas bigs.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are we taking Jackson Hayes or Jericho Sims?
Jackson Hayes is funnier.
yeah. Jackson Hayes would be a god. Bro.
So we
He'd
have
be a
Devin
demon.
Carter, Cam Thomas, need a three, Thanasis, and Jackson.
Yeah,
Hayes.
so we need a shooter now because we don't have any spacing at the 4 and 5, which is okay for the college game. We need a shooter that all he does is shoot, I think.
Yes, never took a 2 in his
Dedicated
life.
white man that runs off screens.
Duncan Robinson.
Too good.
Too
Could
good.
be there.
Sam Hauser, too good?
Yeah,
Too good.
Okay.
He feels like traditional. Yeah.
Okay. Svi Mihailuk?
Svi might
Grown
be
man.
cooking with that.
That's a
He
grown
would
grown man.
fry the fuck out of those guys, bro.
He's going to look like Larry Bird.
What? Wow.
Svi getting this nod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Svi. Svi's good.
Big Svi.
Svi's good.
Never the little one.
Never the little one.
Do we really want to roll with Devin Carter though? Can we be like,
Well, I'm trying to do the worst team that could win.
okay.
Devin Carter, Cam Thomas, Svi Mihailuk,
Yeah.
Thanasis, and Jackson Hayes. That wins the national championship.
I think so.
Yo, Cam Johnson's eating, bro.
Probably
This is-
easily, right? Like,
Yeah.
Cam Thomas is gonna go on one of the greatest scoring runs that we've ever seen.
you see what Acuff is doing right now?
Yeah.
Double that. Double that for Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas alone is winning us a national championship.
Is he average? He's averaging 35 in the tournament.
No,
Yes.
40.
Yeah.
I think he's having 40.
40 in a 20, in a 2.5 game with shorter
Yeah,
course.
40. He's getting them shots up. 100%.
In a 40-minute game.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Point
love
per
it.
minute.
I love it.
Hell yeah.
Type.
And that's the end of this
good.
episode.
Wow.
That is the end of episode 200. If people are still here, what should they comment?
Man, they've been eating crowns every single episode, bro. And this is the 200th episode where you got to eat crowns. Keep on eating.
What's your favorite crayon behind you?
Tag yourself. I'm Jimmy Butler Mo.
What's this one? Oh, that's you. Yeah, probably the emo Jimmy Butler.
Zoom in.
Yeah, the most unrealistic one that I can never see myself getting that in at all. Probably the emo one.
We got emo Jimmy Butler on the left. We got
I told him he looks like Wiggins on the other.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the right uncapped Jimmy Butler. We got you holding your
Random,
chin here from
yeah.
an old TikTok. You putting your hands up.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh no.
And what we got behind Donovan? Let's cut to him. You thought you thought you were safe?
No.
What you got
I
behind you?
didn't. There was one over here.
You got Braun.
It's right behind me. This one.
Can't see
My
it.
mic is-
We got long hair Jimmy Butler Mo right here.
This. Yeah, I can't hear.
Yeah.
But that yellow picture, that's the one where I was like, okay, I see Mikal Bridges.
Oh yeah, that's honestly pull it off. We're done. Yank it off the wall and show the camera. This is Mikal Bridges. Turn it so it's not so reflective. Yeah, there you go.
Whenever
That's
he's having a
Mikal
bad
Bridges.
game.
This is the one where I saw it.
Wow.
So if you're still here, comment on a scale of 1 to 10 how much Donovan looks like Mikal Bridges.
Keep on eating, man.
With that being said, sure, keep on eating as well. We will see y'all tomorrow for House Call and Thursday for episode 201.